evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Sorry for the late start. You know how it goes with us. We talk a lot when we're on the air. We talk a lot when we're off the air. But welcome to What's on Joe Mind. We are a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How's everybody doing?
Right. Finally got Rob out of here.
Right. Ragtime Rob is on assignment tonight. He's got a school function. I believe it is his spring concert, so he has no more excuses for missing, unless he gets deathly ill again.
Is he singing again?
No. I believe his kids do handbell choir.
Okay.
The special needs kids do handbell choir. So, God forbid that requires the patience, that a level of patience that I don't have. But Ragtime Rob is good at his job.
As long as one kid does the Don Flamenco,
right,
then we're good.
I back in November, it's related but not related. Back in November or October, when my car broke down, I had to get a new car. I had taken it for maintenance at the dealership, and so I wound up just buying a new car and going home from the dealership with the new car. But when you buy a car there, they let you bang a gong. And
does Robert Palmer hand you the stick? Come on.
It's just sponsored by Power Station.
Right. And there were people there that, I am a large individual. I am 6 foot plus. I am 300 pounds plus, and I'm wide. I got big shoulders, and I look like I can swing a mean gong. And so there were people there that were very, very concerned when they gave me this giant woolen mallet to bang this gong, with good reason, because I hit it so hard it broke.
Nice.
Did you really?
Yeah, broke the little leather swing hingy thing at the top. Gong comes crashing off of it.
You were that excited about the new car.
I was just saying, I thought it deserved a second car. I thought that I should have gotten double car.
That gong had to be under warranty.
Right? I'm just saying, you break the gong, you get 2 cars. Tell me I'm wrong. Join him here in the top row. He is the former head of marketing, the only good marketer I've ever met.
Wait a minute.
We just talked about this.
It's a hot show, Mark Weber.
What's up? Spring break out here means I don't got to go to school. Gotta like that. Mike's having trouble.
Oh, I gave myself a coughing seizure.
Drink some water. You'll be okay.
Oh my! I gotta go back to the big scotch.
That was my nickname in high school.
Right? Now yours was
Caber tosser.
Ooh, like that.
I thought you were the spider, weren't you?
No, I was a shark.
The shark. I'm sorry,
Mark.
That was your actual nickname, Mark the Shark.
It's on the Letterman jacket, Shark. My license plate. Dig it. It sounded cooler when I was 16. SHARX. Yeah, baby.
Sharks.
That black Mustang broken down on the side of the road with sharks on it. That was my signature piece.
Oh, my Lord.
In Bend, Oregon, yeah.
Hi, Paul Morales. But we're also going to say hello to the bottom row, who I don't think this man works in marketing. The Joe on Joe podcast.
Yeah.
It's in the building.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Based on the number of people I meet who go, I've never heard of your show. Maybe I don't work in marketing.
Job along the return of Malone.
Maybe you might be in covert ops. That's not bad.
Well, the reality might be that I might be exhausted from doing my regular job and I don't want to do it when I'm off.
Right. No, it's
well, thank you for having me back on. I'm so excited. You're right. I think it is the first time this year.
It is. I went back and looked on the calendar. I was like, what the hell? We went from having Slepsky on every third week. Joe Slepsky is AWOL.
The last time I was on, I promised to order some Dr. Mindbender.
That's right.
Monocles.
Ooh.
They arrived, And it was so long since I'd been on. I forgot when they showed up my doorstep. I was like, I don't even know what these are for. No, I have a Dr. Mindbender monocle. So
Excellent.
I don't remember what the joke was, but I ordered them online during your show and now I have them.
Right. Where was it? Stitch Young throwing up there that I am learning Rob is a saint. Yeah, in a lot of ways. There's a few ways where he not so much, but as like literally, I know he's my brother, and I am I am morally obligated to say this, but he really is the best guy I know. He's probably the best guy you know. Yeah, no, it cannot be undersold. I'm just going through the live chat comments a little bit. Sorry.
We always make sure to talk really nice about our co-hosts when they're gone and can't listen. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about me. I won't be listening when I'm not on. So
there you go.
You feel free to talk, say whatever you want.
You should have heard last week's show. Oh,
my ears were burning.
I mean, except for Phil. When Phil is around or when he's not around, we tend to talk trash about Phil.
That's fair.
I mean, sometimes we'll say nice things about Phil. Usually when he's here, actually. Like, we're usually nicer to Phil when he's here than we are when he's not.
Last week, Rob was like, he'll be Joe Slapsky if I ever see that son of a bitch. Yeah.
Wow.
Typical Rob.
Yeah, typical Rob. Typical anti-Polish sentiment, unable to properly pronounce my last name.
Yeah,
I get it.
Mouth like a sailor. You know that, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
But Dustin Jeffrey, Mustang on the side of the road, broken down with the Bend, Oregon horns blaring from the radio.
People think I came up with the horns somehow.
Look, man, you can't take away from your legend, regardless of how it's built.
That car had a bitchin' stereo, I'll be honest with you. But yeah. Side of the road was pretty much, it was like I had my own lane. Not to drive in. Oh.
There it is. By the distance.
We played this for like 20 minutes one show. I considered logging off. Like the bit went way too far.
I can't blame you.
It was not good.
That's what we do here, though. We don't let things die very well.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of which, speaking of not letting things die, it's been a while. No, I got rid of the button. Never mind.
Oh no!
No, I didn't. There, we haven't checked in with Toe Colton for a while.
Nice.
So, I mean, go back to the real classics. Can't beat Toe Colton.
She always told me she saved time by only painting one toenail. So
what is this? What's on Quentin Tarantino's mind? What kind of show is this devolved into? I leave you for a few months. Oh, I get delusions of foot fetish.
Shipwreck and humping the side of beef.
That's pretty funny.
As a horrified cover girl looks on.
More like hip wreck. Just saying.
Hey man, whatever gets you through the night.
This is the episode that gave the Devil's Due guys the idea to pair them up.
Right.
I like that it doesn't appear to be helping Shipwreck escape at all, right? He's just killing time.
Well,
escape is not the plan here.
Yeah, right. I guess that's true.
The stated plan was he would prop himself up on the side of beef and get his own hook, his own manacles there off of the hook, but it never really worked out that way.
Well, I quote the great movie Mallrats. Well, did he come?
Man, I hate it. I'll be very honest with you, Joe. I hated Mallrats. Hated it.
Here.
Get
out of here.
Loved Clerks. And I was so fired up for
Mallrats is brilliant.
And this classic segment brought to you by Depends.
That's right.
You got some juice loose in your caboose. Put some Depends on that end.
Sweet.
Take care of that problem.
Nice to see former Arizona State coach Todd Graham found some work. He was awful. He was so bad.
Have you seen like Deion Sanders is doing Depends commercials now?
Is he
really? For real?
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently.
I mean,
Dion had a bout with some bladder cancer, and it was
that's right.
Oh, right, he did. Yeah. Well,
but yeah, so it was like one of those things where I started to feel bad about throwing that up there. It's like, oh man, because I like Dion. I've always liked Dion. And
Man, he's a lousy coach.
Deion Sanders can't stop intercepting rocks, can he?
Pence.
The one thing they never talk about with Dion, and this isn't a joke, is that he's actually lost a couple of toes off one of his feet. And so he literally can't run anymore.
Oh, wow.
And for a guy who ran a 4.2, I think, at the combine.
He was crazy.
Right.
You look at his highlights, it's just stupid. Yeah, he was crazy. You look at his highlights, you watch Bo Jackson highlights, you watch Barry Sanders highlights, and you're just like, what? That's not human. That's not human.
I watched.
In fairness, Mark, he's 60 years old, so he ain't running a whole lot anyway.
Yeah, but the thing about Dion, right? Kind of like Rey Mysterio, throw that out there. When Dion didn't have a beard at all, so the gray wasn't showing, he kept himself in such good shape. It was like he never got old. So you just assumed he never slowed down.
How did he lose his toes?
Some kind of infection or something. I don't know.
I think one of them was frostbite.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think like there was one time he
like the Joe, like he shot his toes off.
No,
he did come with a big ass rifle.
Right?
Yeah,
you could get him from 200 yards away.
Yeah, not frostbite the Joe, frostbite the condition. It's a little different.
Says you. I don't believe it.
Yeah, like Mike.
Yeah, you think you're gonna tell me the Earth's round?
It's shaped like a burrito.
Nice.
Man, I've been watching food challenge videos and watching people eat giant burritos that are this big in 20 minutes. It is fascinating, man. It is so fascinating.
If the earth is shaped like a burrito, which end has all the rice jammed into it, right? Because that is never evenly dispersed.
No.
It's the last part of the earth you'll ever visit, just like it's the very tail end of the burrito that you eat.
So it's Wyoming.
Yeah, pretty well.
I mean, right now it seems like our part of the world is the part that's stuck with all the goddamn tasteless rice and terrible sour cream.
Yeah, we are now the place in the world no one wants to visit. So fair.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other. That's a whole other soapbox. I'm not getting on there now. People tune into this to not talk about that.
I guess that's true.
You were saying, Joe Slepsky?
Oh, I was going to say, hey, you're looking up for Indiana, though. The old Hammond Bears.
The Indiana Bears is not going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
We've been trying to make the New Jersey Jets happen, and they won't take that. I mean,
no self-respecting Chicago Bears fan will drive to Indiana to watch a Bears game. Chicago will tell them to go scratch.
Indiana doesn't want the Bears, man. They play real football in Indiana, man.
Wow.
Championship level football. Yeah.
That's right. It's a football state now. Hi, Alcorn, working the super chat tonight. Got a new card, making sure it's set up right. Remember, super chat is open for everyone all the time for a little while. We need to upgrade our equipment. We need you guys to help. So we've got super chat open at all times. It is an easy way to get your comment on the screen and get us. Maybe if you got a question, you can super chat that bad boy to us, and we'll talk about it here on the air.
Do it.
Also got our
coffee shows afloat.
Got our coffee link down below. If you get yourself a monthly subscription of any amount, $1 or over, that does get you in our closing credits at the end of the show. And hopefully later this summer we'll have some more bonuses and maybe another tier that we can add to. It all depends on what I can make work. But a lot of that's kind of contingent on getting new equipment, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy. Hey, equipment ain't free.
No, it is not.
Hosting ain't free.
Believe me, if I could subsidize all this on my own, I absolutely would. But Cooter's Garage recognizing the return of Malone.
Oh, thanks, Cooter. Or I'm sorry. Hold on. Thanks, Garage. Owned by Cooter.
Pete Fleming, they play real football in Indiana, so they play soccer. I think he's getting. I think that's a ban.
Oh, I'm a soccer coach.
Right. But you called it by the right name. Soccer.
Yeah, I don't call it football here.
Football.
Yeah.
Football.
The closest I'll accept is American football.
That's fine.
Like, that's as close as I'll take.
Just gotta know your audience, man. Know who you're talking to.
Right. Couple months we'll have. I'm sure Brian Hickey will call me out on that one.
Oh, 100%.
I was going back. I was looking through some old episodes. Saw you disrespecting the football. As I do a terrible Brian Hickey impression. The most soft-spoken, genteel man we've ever met on this program. I'm
pretty sure.
Is he Irish or Scottish?
He's Irish.
Hard to say because Mike was doing the Bend, Oregon accent.
I was going to say hard to tell from the award-winning accent work there.
I do not have the ability to modulate my voice yet. Like it is not all. We are not back at 100% after the past month of various respiratory infections. It's not there.
Voice modulation disorder is a real thing, Tina.
Yes, thank you for that. I was just thinking. I can't register the sound of my voice.
Totally underrated bit.
Do all that cool YouTube stuff for us. This is the free stuff, of course. Be sure to like the video. You guys aren't doing a real great job with that like button lately. Come on now, hit that like button. It's right there. It's a little thumbs up thing. It's a super positive experience.
Smash it. Smash it.
That's tough love, but he's the guy that tells it like it is, Gorilla.
That's right.
Oh,
look, man, I took a look at our bonus episode, special edition 93 from last week. We talked to Alex Antone from Skybound. 23 likes. You kidding me? 23 likes.
Unacceptable, especially when you have a special guest. Because they're looking at that going, well, that I spent my time for that. You got to get that up, listeners.
Right. Go.
Having said that, I didn't watch it. I'll do it after the show, though. I'll give it a like and a share.
Right. It's
24 likes.
It's only about 40 minutes.
There you go.
Not wasting a ton of your time. It's not like we got Joe Slepsky. We're talking for 5 hours.
That's a waste of your time.
Really, it's.
I mean,
we can't stop that guy.
I was say it ain't personal. I don't want to talk to anybody for 5 hours.
Yeah. Before I go on your show, I don't talk to anyone all day long, and I get it all pent up.
Come about hour 4, I'm like, Jennifer Garner, could you shut your mouth? Get to stepping. That's how I am.
And then you wake up.
She's married,
I didn't, but does it really matter? Is that really the thing that was standing in the
only thing standing in your way? Did I tell you guys my Nicole Kidman story? I feel like it did.
Ooh,
no, please go ahead.
Last summer or last fall, we were visiting the Academy Museum, which is like a mile from my house. Like it's right up the street.
You mean you?
Oh, me and Toilet Teal and 2 friends of mine from out of town. Okay. My bestest from Chicago were visiting, and we all were together. We were looking at the Godfather desk, and one by one we peeled away, and I was the last one there. And so as I peeled away and I walked down this really pretty narrow hallway on the second floor, like it was pretty isolated, I noticed that there was this crowd of security looking people and then some really well-dressed people in the middle. And I noticed that Toilet Teal and our friend Lori were both staring back at me and at this crowd. And so I clocked like, what's going on? And I looked a little closer. It was Nicole Kidman, flanked by security guards, and they were going there to film. So she was done up, like they were going there to film something. So, the security guards did not take their eyes off this creature because they're like, this guy could snap and murder her in a moment. Right. So we passed within air's breath of each other. That was interesting. And my buddy up front, he missed the whole thing after a half hour earlier saying, whenever I'm in LA, I never really see any celebrities. And it's like, you walk past like one of the biggest celebrities in the world. Mm-hmm. So that happened. We were all like, woohoo, woohoo. The next day, she announces that she's getting a divorce from Keith Urban. I'm not saying it was Seeing Me in the Hallway, but I'm not saying it wasn't.
Right, we can't prove it wasn't.
You can't prove that it wasn't because the timeline fits. Yeah. Walks down that hallway, goes, that guy.
Just saying. Celebrity stories. I once developed Reggie Miller's vacation pictures.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Anything, like terrible? Like you caught him with like a fish head in a compromising position kind of a thing?
No. It was just him and his kids. So.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, it was wholesome.
What was Reggie Miller's nickname? Was he the glove?
No,
he wasn't the glove. That was Peyton. Gary Payton.
Yeah. Reggie Miller was Reggie.
Oh, the traditional nickname, Reggie.
Yeah.
That was Reggie Miller's nickname. He was Reggie.
Yeah. I danced on Broadway with Hugh Jackman.
What?
We'll save that for another time. Moving on.
And that's why his marriage broke up too.
100% true. Next news item.
It is time for the news. The Reggie Miller story is fresh in my head because I had a meeting with my coworkers today, and I regaled them with that one, and they're all like half my age, just sitting there with big dewy eyes. Tell us another story about Reggie Miller, Uncle Mike.
Do they know who Reggie Miller was at least?
Yes, around here.
Okay, good. You better. Well, you never know.
True. Like if it was a 20-something fan somewhere else in America,
right?
Around here, he has that folk hero status.
Yeah, he is. He real good. He real good. That boy good. He good.
He is the Indiana Pacers for most of the state.
Yeah.
First,
do.
I'm sorry, Mark. I cut you off.
No, it was bad timing. On the old McFarland Toys sports board, we had a gigantic argument once on whether Scottie Pippen or Reggie Miller were a better player.
Ooh.
And it devolved into who had a better career, which wasn't the real argument. And my point was, even though I couldn't stand Reggie Miller, Scottie Pippen never led a team to anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not a hoops expert, but I did live through the Bulls. I saw them play a few times. I think the question there is better player in what role? Because there was no better second, wingman, no better than Scottie Pippen.
Right.
But on his own, I think Reggie probably is better.
Yeah, is Nightwing better than any Batman?
He's better than Damian.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
Yeah. I would say Nightwing would be the second best Batman. Better than Azrael.
Yeah. I mean, he proved it, didn't he?
Yeah.
For a little while, he was pretty awesome.
I would say Dick Grayson, yes. So I don't mean to poop. Might
have been a bad analogy.
I don't mean to sponsored by Deion Sanders. Depends. Poop on your idea. Brought to you by Depends.
Is best second banana better than anybody who led a team for a decade?
Yeah, true.
15 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was there.
How many?
I was at the game where it was called the birth of the Pacer fan.
How many championships did Reggie Miller win?
0.
Oopsie.
For a long time when the Bulls got started, like the Pacers were, they weren't terrible, but they weren't great. And so anytime the Bulls were in town, that whole stadium was decked out in black and red.
Yeah.
And there was that one game where they came down and they started a fight, and I got to see Reggie pummel Michael's fist with his face. And then he did the same thing with Scotty, and then they kicked Reggie out of the game. And that was the game where this fandom, this area turned on the Chicago Bulls. So I was in the house for that.
Awesome.
It was pretty neat. And I come at that from the vantage point of a Knicks guy.
Right.
Cool. Bulls were something to behold, man. Bulls were so I hit the parade. I think I hit 2 of their parades.
I hated them
back in the day.
Obviously
back in the day.
Keep in mind that Judd Bushler and Luke Longley each won 3 titles.
Right.
You can't really. It doesn't always.
Oh
hold.
yeah. I was joking about the
Yeah.
title thing. I mean, what's his name?
The ring
the guy. What's his name? Who fought Godzilla?
Shaq.
No. He's got a terrible golf swing.
Charles Barkley.
Oh, yeah, Barkley. Barkley's amazing. He never won anything.
Never one time.
So, yeah, I get it. I was joking.
Anyways, first news item, of course, is the Kickstarter. It's the Skybound Kickstarter, which is ending tomorrow afternoon.
Did they make it? Did they make it?
I believe that you can pledge with confidence here.
I think it's been funded.
Yeah, a little bit. They are over $3 million at this point.
Thanks.
All kinds of stretch goals. I am not going to list them here. We did list most of them on our episode that we posted late last week with Real American Hero editor Alex Antone and the What's on Joe Mind celebrity Skybound G.I. Joe Kickstarter countdown.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this ends tomorrow at 3 p.m. So make sure if you haven't gotten your pledge in yet to get your pledge in soon. If you are concerned about the amount that they are asking for up front, give yourself some extra time. Pledge $1 to the Kickstarter campaign, and that will open the backer kit, which is open longer. You can pay for your stuff, whatever you need later. So even
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, if you don't have the money right now, have $1.
Mm-hmm.
That's not burning too much.
It's important to note that we round up, right? So 2.6 million, 3 million, whatever.
Jim Smith, correct.
220, 221, whatever it takes.
Nobody likes that kid in the back of the class. Put your hand down.
Look, if Racktime Rob were here, he would be doing the same thing. So I'm not going to bust on Jim Smith.
Hey.
Josiah Alcorn, thank you again, sir. As a Magic fan, Reggie was my most hated player. Yeah, I imagine so. I would think as a Magic fan, Shaq was your most hated player.
Right.
Well, okay, I read that as a fan of Magic Johnson, but we're talking about the Orlando Magic.
Yeah,
Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Probably should have been Nick Anderson, the guy who opened his yap about 45, not moving like 23, and then Jordan murdered him. No, I think they lost that series, didn't they? Jordan went nuts, but they lost that series. Yeah,
Orlando had a run for a while there. They were pretty good for a while.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for Mike. Ooh.
Yes.
What's that funky white logo right above the big G.I. Joe logo there on this slide?
That is the Skybound logo.
Oh, it's nice. I've never seen it before.
No, it seems to not want to be in any of the other tiles, as we will see later. But this is just it's part of a bigger image, so it couldn't excise itself. Here,
it's a logo that wants to escape, so it just keeps escaping.
It does. It wants to
breaking away and flying away.
It wants to fly. It must be. It's Skybound. It is. You see it there with its arms outspread, with its Spider-Man sleeve wings.
Ooh.
There you go.
Important to note, not all Spider-Men have those. Just
no,
true. They forgot to draw them for like 15 years.
And sometimes if you get the right book, they just forget for a couple of pages at a time.
Also that.
Yeah. Diana Davis notes that she has a fish named Magic Johnson. First two I had of that type of fish were killed by a crab, so I got rid of the crab. Got another fish named him Magic Johnson. He's purple and yellow. Well, he better be purple and yellow.
Sure. Did you get another fish named Cookie?
No.
Nah, should have.
We'll let Diana bustle up to the podium. Please back it now. Skybound isn't printing these compilations another time after their Joe Kickstarters are done. Important note there, because as you notice, volumes 1 through 4, which they did a couple years ago, there's a second printing there in this year's campaign, which is going on now. That's not going to happen again. There will be no second printing on volumes 5 through 8. This is it for volumes 5 through 8. And Alex makes that very clear in our special edition 93 as well. So if you are on the fence, if you're on the hedge, do that little trick where you pledge the $1 and get the backer kit. Give yourself some time. But yeah, I'm looking to see if we've got any questions, any.
I logged in yesterday and I added a bunch of the extras. But I'm also notoriously terrible at understanding what are in my Kickstarter extras. So like last time I doubled up and ended up selling half of it on eBay just because I don't need 2 of everything. But I did that again this time. Added a few extras to make sure that I got everything cool.
34,765 right now.
Ooh, breaking news, Mike. Somebody over there is disputing what the actual Skybound employee is saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting that on the screen.
No, and I didn't name him because that's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, we what 2 actual Skybound employees have said now.
I will ask this question, if I may.
Yes.
And I most likely the answer is going to be anyone that does know can't really say right now, so I respect that. But like, I'm assuming part of the going back to press is because they're in printing these new ones. It's all the same bindings, the same, it's just different pages. Does this mean though that we're never going to see a Skybound version of the Devil's Due stuff? And all, like a third set of all the other stuff, whether it's Devil's Due, the Dark Horse stuff,
and we
what's
did.
that?
Interesting question. We did ask Alex Antone about the possibility of a Devil's Due set, and I would encourage you to watch Special Edition 93 to get the answer that was provided to us. Or
what did he say? I will watch it, but what did he say?
There is also a short that is making the rounds that has that little clip from the show in it.
Ooh. And what did he say?
There are any number of opportunities for you to get out there and support the program. And get an answer to your question.
Yeah. And also keeping up our rep of we ask the freaking hard questions.
Those are the hard questions.
Yeah.
The hard questions.
Softball league is down the way, baby.
Busy my life is.
We did put his feet to the fire on that one. But again, it was a very nice conversation. So he was good.
I will give it a listen. Yeah, for sure.
He did not mind that question being asked.
Okay, good.
We'll just say it was Alex is good people. I hope we get him back on just to talk about G.I. Joe for a little bit. Back when we don't have he was very generous with his time. They were only supposed to give us a half an hour. He gave us about 45 minutes. And so, they had a lot of these to do. They got a lot of stuff going on, obviously. You can see the full transcript at alt.black.conspiracy/helicopters.
That's right.
No, that's not true.
I gotta buy that.
The whole thing
is available.
The whole thing is right there on our YouTube feed from just a couple days ago. Make sure you check that out. Answer whatever questions you might have coming into these last couple of days. Which again, last day tomorrow 3 p.m. April 22nd at 3 p.m. That's it. That's all. That's all she got.
We'll have to find something else to talk about.
Right.
Yes.
Next news item.
Do.
Well, you saw it in our thumbnail, and I'm sure 100 other places by now.
What?
G.I. Joe Classified lead designer Lenny Panzeca has announced he is leaving Hasbro. And there's no other details that have been released. Lenny hasn't done any interviews. I'm sure that'll happen at some point. But whatever his next steps are, he has said that he's taken a job with Boss Fight Studio. Whatever reasons there are behind that have not been released. So anybody trying to tell you they know what's up is full of crap and trying to get clicks. But for all of the let's talk about the popular death of the line thread that's of course out there anytime something happens that makes us feel uneasy. And I hearken, Mark and I were joking about it before the show that when Mark was let go from Hasbro 8-9 years ago now, along with Daryl DePriest, or Daryl left and you were let go.
Daryl was after. Daryl was there about a year longer.
Okay. But regardless, when you were let go, there was no more, like G.I. Joe was literally, the line ended.
Mm-hmm.
Did not hear nearly as many people crying about the death of the line, which is crazy talk, because G.I. Joe isn't going anywhere, because G.I. Joe is selling like gangbusters. So again, we wish Lenny well, and man, did he do some great work on Classified. But
Really did.
Yeah, somebody, a round of applause for Lenny, right?
Absolutely.
For sure. What a champion for the brand.
Yeah, I mean, can you ask for more? I think a big part of the attachment is that we got to see Lenny in all those live streams every other week or so, and man, his love for G.I. Joe is just infectious.
Passionate to speak off the cuff so warmly about these characters, and he was always so knowledgeable about them, and always just had this depth of care and concern into how they to giving us an insight into how they designed it. I think that's what endeared us to him. Right. That's what it worked. That's what endeared me to it, because he every little nuance on these really detailed new Classified characters was like, yeah, we put that pouch there because on episode 6 he needed a knife, and I thought we should get him a knife, like stuff, like crazy stuff. So yeah, I think that's why. But let's be clear, he's leaving of his own volition, my understanding, and so there's no death of the line. That's someone making a job change. Any of you who currently have jobs, which I hope is all of you, jobs change, people make changes. They do changes for what's best for their family, or they think what's best for their family, and you never know what works, what doesn't work out. The one thing you need to know is your company doesn't love you.
Right.
That your company does not care about you. They're beholden to bottom lines. So when you have an opportunity to make your own path and make your own decisions and leave on your own volition, don't be afraid to do it. And that seems to be what's happening here. The flip side of this is over at Marvel, Andy Park left after 16 years at Marvel, designed the MCU, the visual MCU movies that we all know and love, and they whacked him. So very two sides of the same coin this week. So it's a rough world out there, and we should be celebrating that someone is making their own moves, and in this case, rolling right into another gig. I mean, that's amazing.
Right. More power to it, because Lord knows, this Mark Webber, you'll attest, in the toy business, that's a tough thing to do right now.
Celebrate that.
Shrinking business right now.
Canadian Gothic, Slepsky talking like a man who's been laid off a time or two.
Well, you know what? I've been laid off, but I've also made my moves. I've also, walked into an office and said, I'm worth this, right. Without having a backup. I've said, I am worth this. And that's not me playing around and getting another job on your back and playing two jobs against the other. It's just me recognizing my worth. And I think all of us can do that. I think there's something to that. Right. So yeah,
I have been in both of those positions myself, Joe. So I know what you're saying there.
Yeah, totally.
But if nothing else, after we've always had issues getting the Hasbro team on our show, for whatever reason. They really just don't get back to us, despite the fact that for years we were the only show that the Hasbro team would talk to. But that's a whole other thing. Maybe we'll have them on someday and we'll get to talk about this sort of thing. How we love to collect the has-beens.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a pun on Hasbro?
No,
has-beens.
That's a term. People use that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, is it really? Oh, that's great. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work for a publishing company called Connors, and so when you left, you were an ex-con.
I like that.
I believe that Eric Aranya did coin that on our program, so I'm going to take some credit for that.
It's great. It's a great, yeah.
Lenny was one of the designers on Transformers when I first started in 2012, and great guy. What my fondest memory on Transformers, we were making a Decepticon, and I was pushing for a new character, and we wanted to name him Baus, B-A-U-S. And we fought the legal department like crazy, and they would not let us use Baus. We're like, because he's a Baus. And they wouldn't let us do it. We even had like Decepticon Baus, and nope, they would not sign off on it. So he ended up being, I forget what he became, or maybe we just abandoned it because we were so mad. They said, you got to give up a slot. We're like, we'll take Baus because you won't let us have it.
Am I missing it? I don't know. I might be siding with lawyers for the first time. What is BAUS? Is that like
Baus? It's like saying
am I missing
boss.
it?
It's like saying boss, but cool. No, they just said
I'm so dumb and old.
Yeah, and irony of ironies, now he's going to work at Baus Fight.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Like a Baus. I'm dumb and old. I get it.
But when Hasbro had the first layoffs they had while I was there was, I think, January 2013. And they laid off Joe Kide from Transformers, who he was married but no kids. And he went right to Lego, and Lego proper. He moved to Europe and has been a dynamite designer for them. He designed the legit Optimus Prime Lego with his Transformers background. So Joe Kide did great. My friend Chris Hicks, who had the best email address at Hasbro, because I was Weber at Hasbro.com, but he was Chicks at Hasbro.com. It's pretty slick. And ironic or not, Andrew Franks was let go in that cut, and he's the head of Boss Fight. And we had a team meeting, and I've still only been there not even quite a year. So we're all sitting around a table, and I think it was Jerry Javoine came in, head of the brand, and started to talk. And Lenny stood up without being called on and said, "Hey, we can't let it go unsaid. We lost really good people today who didn't deserve to lose their jobs." And so when people talk about we'll be okay, it creates opportunity, the brands are still strong, none of that is inaccurate, but it's disrespectful to the good people that got shown the door for no reason today. And he sounded like Reverend Lenny preaching, right? And that now the boss was cool. Jerry Javoine was a fantastic boss.
Don't you mean the boss?
He interrupted the boss to preach from the soapbox, and that's how I'll always remember him. Is because I didn't at that point. Layoffs were kind of rare at Hasbro, so it seemed like this unbelievable slight out of nowhere. We didn't know it was going to become a trend,
right?
But
slippery slope.
Yeah. And the one thing he and I really collaborated on was the fan built bot program, where we put out 1 week, 10 straight weeks of pick one or these two things, or from this like a list of 10, and we'll create a new Transformer for you. So they picked Autobot or Decepticon, then they picked the alt mode, then they picked the color scheme, then they picked the weapons and the specialty, and then eventually the name, all from stuff that we had pre-vetted and pre-approved. Right. And then in the end, that became Windblade, who was one of the biggest new characters Transformers has seen in the last 25 years. Yeah. My idea, my marketing bit, but Lenny's design created Windblade. So I was always happy about that.
Desai Alcorn, Boss Fight is great for customs. It should be a good fit. Yeah, he should do well over there. They seem to have a foot in both original properties and in established IP. We know Lenny can do both, so I'm sure he will fit in quite well over at Boss Fight, and they will continue to make excellent product.
Hey, Cornelius McGillicuddy over in the comments is giving us a New England geography lesson. Unless I'm mistaken, Lenny lives about 5 miles from me. He's in Barrington, where I used to live. So getting to Pawtucket is about 25 minutes, half an hour. Getting up to where he's going to be working, if he's working in the office, and who knows what their deal is, he's going to be driving about an hour 20 to get when he has to go into the Boss Fight studios, if they're where they used to be, and I'm not sure of that. To get up into Boston proper, that's a 2-hour drive. Yeah. So on a good day, because on a great day, you might do it in an hour 40. But on a bad day, that's 2.5 hours. Yeah. And don't watch this. The Hasbro layoff for this year will be moving into their new Boston studios, because you got to believe there's a ton of people waiting this out in the Pawtucket office. And when you're required to be in Boston 3 days a week, that's when they'll give their notice if they don't find something better first. And Hasbro, I'm sure, knows that. And it'll be the softest layoff of all time because people will leave on their own and they won't get severance.
Right.
So
That's the
it's all business.
Yep. All of the Andrew Gauguin narrator. There is no good day to drive in the Boston.
Amen.
Man, I was just there about a month ago and I get lost walking in that city. I've never driven and I don't ever want to drive in that city.
So for all of the pie in the sky reasons you hear about why this change is being made, I mean, really, guys, I'll bet you dollars to donuts. And again, I have no knowledge. I'm not going to claim that I have any kind of inside track here, but dollars to donuts, just not wanting to quadruple your travel time every day is probably the biggest one.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. But the truth is no one knows. And part of the reason Lenny and I have stayed friends over the years is I never asked him stuff that he likely couldn't answer. Even when I was working opposition to him for 2 years, right? We stayed friendly because we didn't harass each other or ask each other things the other couldn't answer. So he's a good dude and he's a really good designer. Actually, hang on. He's a really good designer and he's a great dude. And this is a significant loss for Hasbro. Saying that, it doesn't mean another talented designer can't come right in and Classified can't roll right along. So death of the line is a huge overreaction. And anyone who says this is the reason Lenny left has no idea.
So, yeah, until Lenny tells you himself, just don't buy any of that stuff. And he may, because he's done it before. Mm-hmm. But what was I going to say? I totally lost it. Completely fell out of my head. Anyways. Anybody have any last thoughts? We'll move on.
I've only met him once. He was real nice. Nice guy to me. So
yeah,
I look forward to it. I don't really follow other brand. Like I'm just a G.I. Joe toy guy. I'm not like I had to look up what Boss Fight does. And I have seen some of that stuff at shows and like the Fraggle Rock brand and they have Sam and Max. So it looks like they do some cool stuff. So it's exciting.
Yeah, never any complaints about the quality on Boss Fight Studio. Never.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we got there. So congrats to Lenny.
Yay.
Good for him. Absolutely. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Glad you're finally allowed to talk to me, man. Come on, let's chat.
Now if he doesn't come on the show, it's just because he doesn't like you.
It's just because my teeth are bad and I don't know. I don't know. I think Mark would take that more.
This time it's personal.
Maybe.
Right? And anyhow, we'll blame Rob. Next news item. We'll blame Rob. Anyways, last week, and that was announced that Hasbro Entertainment is to launch a Hasbro Legends channel to stream into 70 million U.S. households. And this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's as big of a deal as they'd like us to believe.
Yeah, it can't be. And when they say stream into 70 million U.S. households, that just means it becomes a free channel on your streaming devices.
Yeah, we'll discuss in a minute. Let me read part of that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Mike. It was the marketer in me.
Simmer down now.
Marketer in me that started having a pit.
I don't need to hear from marketers.
What? You're outnumbered by marketers.
I look, man, it's part of my degree too. So it's really, that's the ultimate irony in all this. Yes, this is a marketing show.
Never had a degree in it.
Hasbro Entertainment, Hasbro's content arm, leveraging its iconic brands and IP across film, television, animation, and digital, and Get After It Media, GAME, a multi-platform broadcast and streaming company, today announced a deal to launch Hasbro Legends, a new linear channel bringing Hasbro's iconic brands to U.S. broadcast television at scale. Hasbro Legends will debut across GAME's national broadcast footprint, reaching more than 70 million homes across the U.S. launch, with additional distribution to come across streaming platforms, including GAME's upcoming owned and operated digital ecosystem, Heartland Plus. With a portfolio of legendary franchises that have shaped generations across toys, games, television, and film, Hasbro's beloved characters and stories will reach even more American audiences through the brand new broadcast channel. Quote, "This is what happens when my inner kid/fan takes over, and I love it," said Otto Padron, co-president and COO of Game. "We are beyond honored and thrilled to team up with Hasbro. I grew up with G.I. Joe and Power Rangers, and now we get to bring these legendary brands to broadcast television at scale," end quote. And like Joe Slepsky was saying, this is, it's going to be one of those little, like you have on the Roku channel or Pluto TV. There's just going to be a Hasbro Entertainment channel. Maybe this will be, if you've got a digital antenna and you've got a channel 5 in town, this will be like channel 5.3, or something like that, like Cozy TV or something like that. It's no small potatoes, right? Like it is a way to watch some of your favorite shows from back then. But it's not this is not reshaping the world by any stretch, especially when we've already got all these shows streaming on YouTube most of the time, on the Hasbro Pulse channels, what have you. I think the entire G.I. Joe series is posted on the Hasbro channel right now. So
that I do think that this might mean the end of the free or at least of it being, if they're going to try to monetize it through their streaming channels, then they're probably not going to want Hasbro to also have it streaming just for their YouTube. So I would think either Game is taking over the YouTube part of it, and they're going to do their monetization through that, and then they take a cut of it. So I think this should lead to some type of change in that content, but it'll be more available than ever if you don't have the DVDs or whatever. So it's great.
Right. I honestly, Joe, I don't know if it'll change. I don't even know if it'll change that, just because we're,
Well, it may change in the sense that they may take over running it in the sense of the monetization of it. They take a hunk of it, because I can't imagine you would do this and still let them show that content for free without. This would be a total package, because they're a streaming service too. So it may not change the location where it's at, but I have a feeling they're putting their fingers in the pie, which might be a good thing, because then it's all connected and they're probably good at what they do. I just want to know, does this mean we'll finally get to see G.I. Joe Extreme?
Right. And GoBot.
Or shall we say G.I. Joe a stream?
Oh, boo.
Come on.
No. Yeah. I was trying to find the ban button.
How dare you? We need remastered G.I. Joe Extremes out there. That show is underrated.
That's true. That
do
it show again, whereas as I don't know, I don't what's the word, as misdirected as the characters could be. You had some good storytelling going on.
Yeah. You had really good storytelling.
They've never gotten remastered or anything like that. So they're kind of junky looking at this point.
They're terrible looking.
A little love for Extreme, I think, is called for. I'll give you that, Joe.
Yee.
It's an interesting bit, though. Like, what other, I'm not going to call it fringe, but what other bits could they actually put on this? Could they do Mask Season 2 or GoBots?
Don't they own the Visionaries? Don't they own the Visionaries?
Yep.
Isn't that their brand? There's Visionary cartoons.
Yep.
What's the ones that Ace went to, and Ace got transformed into a robot, Inhumanoids. Yeah, so like they should include Inhuman. All that stuff should be included, I would think.
I mean, obviously they've got rights to the Sunbow library.
Yeah.
But GoBots being Hanna-Barbera would put them somewhere else. Possibly. Mask being Deke would put them somewhere else. Really, the G.I. Joe seasons 3 and 4 from Deke. So I don't know if Hasbro even owns them.
Some people would argue that Mask wasn't Deke, it was ass.
Right.
Oh, T-Bob.
You can't spell mask without ass.
That's it.
It's I'll defend the Mask cartoon.
Oh, I like Mask. Yeah, for sure. I did. I totally did.
Dude, my favorite intro ever, the whole bit of what agents are best suited for
Right.
this mission, and you're just rooting for your guy, right?
Who did Centurions?
Mm.
That would have been Ruby Spears.
That was Ruby Spears. Okay.
Oh.
One of their last projects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this scrolled up pretty far, but it's Jake Bat 1138's bit, and I couldn't agree with it more. He said, "What a bunch of corporate speak. I glaze over at leverage," right?
Oh,
Like,
look, Jake.
Yeah.
It's Jake Rose.
Dude, I look at this and I'm like, I wish AI would have written this because it would sound more human, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I may have.
If you go if you go to the Hasbro site and you read the full press release,
Mhm.
it starts to nauseate you immediately after we stopped.
so bad.
But that's all press releases, though. Honestly, in their defense,
no, it's
I mean, a press release is different from like a marketing sizzle. This is a press release to speak to investors or possible investors to say, you know, we have a business plan for this, and we're excited to do this. And they all speak like this,
With
and they're
a-
all written by the same third party,
right.
that plugs this into a, you know, they have a boilerplate. And they plug it in and they change some of the details. And they probably don't even write these quotes. And then they say, can we attribute this quote to you? And then they're like, yeah, you can.
I dare say, Joe, that this is one that just went directly into, let's ignore the fact that there's a potential audience reading this and go right to investors and how we're gonna make a big pile of, like, this one's bad. Okay. Having wrote
sure.
press releases, I never wrote press releases like I was writing them to investors. So,
For sure.
Yeah, this one's bad.
With a 360-degree fully integrated marketing program, the new game broadcast footprint will reach into the consumer headspace to maximize. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's AI, man. That's AI.
That's not
That
even
feels
English,
AI.
man.
That feels
Like,
AI.
oh,
It's a tough one. So yeah, that's late stage capitalism for you,
man.
Yeah, late stage is right.
Maybe end stage. We'll see.
but
We're in the end game now, Mark.
Diana's in for the Transformers Pound Puppies crossover we didn't know we needed.
Oh, hell yeah.
I bet you that Transformers doesn't go anywhere near Hasbro Legends because
Can
they
you picture Hound?
make money.
Hound with a pound puppy in him, like a hound in a hound?
Right?
Come on.
Look, I'm not saying you're wrong there, man, but
They haven't mentioned Transformers with this at all, have they?
Ravage, and a pound puppy being like, "What's up?"
With a laser beak?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
It'll be like Homeward Bound, but with pound puppies and cassette tapes.
It sounds like an awful movie that somebody would greenlight.
yeah.
Starring Eric Roberts. Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of dogs. Okay, got it. A bunch of dogs, including like Junkyard and Timbers there, and Sandstorm, and then a bunch of pound puppies. They all get lost, and then they find all these old cassette tapes at like the local like a garage, and they walk with them, and pretty soon they all transform, and then they're surrounded by all these other animals, and then they go on a revenge killing spree.
Mm-hmm. Led by Decepticon Baus.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's something that might have worked until you got into the killing spree.
Well, I wanted to spice it up for the room. You never know what kind of executive you're pitching to.
That's true.
It depends on like what kind of story do you need? You need a romance? Well, then maybe they fall in love. I don't know. Do you need an action adventure? Then maybe it's a killing spree. I don't know.
But so there you go. Keep an eye out on your local TV listings for Hasbro Legends. Don't call it the Hub.
No, it's the Hub 2.
It's not. I don't think it's quite that ambitious. But anyway,
Hub 2 Hub was a '90s R&B hip hop power duo.
Wasn't that the one you were in?
Yes. That was. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What was the name of your boy band, Joe? I forget.
Oh, Gentle. That was Gentle.
That's right.
Yeah, Gentle.
Lead singer for the boy band.
I am the lead singer of Gentle. Yes, I am. We're hoping for a reunion tour soon. Check your local listings.
This days though, it's thrash metal. It's hardcore gentle.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. It's still boy band, boy band pop, boop, boop, boop. We're playing around with some K-pop sounds, but we're still easy in that early 2000s boy band mode.
Kids in the Block.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, all that.
Book a cruise these days, man. It's big money.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The gentle cruise. Come on this cruise and gentle will touch you.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gentle will move you.
Feel the gentle touch.
Mm-hmm. Check out that gentle breeze on the gentle boat.
Joblog in Toy City asking, can you still be a boy band at your age? It hasn't stopped the guys older than him.
No.
Yeah,
New Kids has a residency in Vegas.
Right? Right?
One of my friends from college, God bless her, she still will plan her vacation time around the tours of the various solo acts from New Kids on the Block.
Wow.
I mean, and I'm not casting aspersions. You do what you love. We're sitting here on a G.I. Joe podcast, for Christ's sake. So I'm not casting shadows here. But it's out there for you if that's what you want to do.
And I'm not going to front. In our private moments, we do discuss, should we start calling ourselves a man band? And it doesn't have the same vibe.
No.
Yeah. It's just totally different aura.
Yeah.
We're a man band.
Beach Boy Mike Love is 85. So there you go.
Keep him away from the surf police.
There you go.
Wait a minute. Mike Love's in the Beach Boys? If only he wore a hat that let me know.
Do they get him like the last surviving Beach Boy hat? Is that what that went?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I don't know.
Mrs. Weber loves the New Kids. Just saying.
Look, yeah, you know where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
We'll send her my friend Andrea. They can head on out. She knows all the stops, man.
I have their Marvel comic.
Andrea can get her some quality seats at the next Joey McIntyre show.
Now we're talking.
She's there.
Michelle was more of a Jordan Knight kind of guy.
She'll be there too. So that's fine. That's fine.
I like the big one. I always called him Mutor, the one with the deep voice they never let sing. Turns out he's like 5'2". They just shot him from like ground up to make him look big.
They are not a tall bunch, no.
And the muscle guy is like the one they would put in the videos lifting weights every once in a while.
You mean Marky Mark?
No, he wasn't in the New Kids. He was just related.
Yeah, Donnie Wahlberg might be the tallest one, and he's only about 5'10".
I thought Marky Mark did join them for a bit. Did he never become an official New Kid?
No, he was going feel it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean he was with the Funky Bunch, Yeah. If you want to see the best video ever, Google like Eminem and Marky Mark. They're on Total Request TRL, and Eminem is just like, yo, I thought you'd be here with where's the Funky Bunch? And Mark Wahlberg is so embarrassed to have been having done that, and when he's sitting next to Eminem, it's an amazing little 2-minute clip of video. It's awesome.
It's one of the highlights of Eminem's career, and I'm not saying that lightly.
Yeah, so you've seen it. It's fabulous.
That is one of the sarcastic line Hall of Fame.
So good.
Just deadpanned it. Just let it sit there, and you just you couldn't even laugh at it. It was so sad.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Anyways, next news item.
Feel it. Come on.
Just up. Oh, here we go.
My wife legit the other day said Donnie wrote Good Vibrations, and I'm like, oh really?
Oh, knock me over with a feather.
Put that on your resume. Feel it. Come on.
Hey man, he's been on TV now for how many years in a row?
All of it player heading. They're all way more successful.
Well,
yeah, he goes home to Jenny McCarthy, who used to be cute. She's kind of melting. I'll be honest.
I can't even. We don't. She's responsible for the anti-vax bullshit in this country, and so and she's a Southsider. I got no. Sorry, that's all I'm going to say.
And she's melting.
Rob is home and advises that original Beach Boy Al Jardine is still alive as well.
Jesus.
That was thank you.
I had to back to burritos. I had a really good burrito at Al Jardine.
Yeah.
Isn't Al Jardine the new Venom?
No, that's Mary Jane.
Oh, okay.
It's Mary Jane. Anyways, Skybound this week. It's available tomorrow. The Copperhead Silent Mission one shot. This is the one I've been looking for.
Yeah, that's a cool cover.
Yeah. Except Zanzibar's in the background going, "Come back here."
Oh, yeah, he is.
Stealing his bit, man. But this one is by Howard Porter with the art chores handled by Howard Porter with Romulo Fajardo Jr., one of the greatest names I've ever heard in comics. And I mean that unsarcastically. That name is choice. But that is available tomorrow. Again, looking forward to this one. I always felt like Copperhead was one of the characters in the G.I. Joe mythos that had a great backstory set up that was never executed on in the slightest bit, not 1%. And so if we get just a little bit of that here, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this one. This is out of the 5 of them, this is the one that I really want to be great the most. And it's gonna be tough, man, because that Crimson Guard one from a couple weeks back, that's a special comic book.
That was good.
It's really good.
That was really. The only one I haven't read yet is Zartan. My LCS screwed up and didn't have it for me yet. But the Zartan one was awesome.
It's okay. The Zartan one is okay.
I'm sorry, Zartan one. The Crimson Guard one. Yeah, I haven't read the Zartan yet. Yeah, Crimson Guard one was so good.
Yeah, but I mean, the Zartan one does have an appearance by the Shark 9000. So look, you'd be ready for that one.
Okay.
But
so you tell me the Baroness issue is the standout because it's the one that doesn't make sense.
You know, I'm glad we came back around to that one because I did go back and read it again. This time, not under the influence of cold medicine and drugs, and it made more sense.
What is it? Why is she shooting at Destro?
My understanding is it was a distraction. It was a ruse. I don't think it's a very good one because shooting him in his beryllium mask with a high-powered sniper rifle might not kill him, but it would certainly give him at least a severe concussion. So I'm not calling it a great plan, but I believe that was the plan.
And what about Ricochet's? Like his shoulder's not covered in beryllium steel.
Again, I'm not calling it a great plan, Joe. I'm not saying it's a great book necessarily, but I do have to walk back the part where I said that I didn't understand it because I do understand it now. But out of all of them so far, it's my least favorite.
I'll give it another look, but the Guardsman one that had pathos, that was real stuff. That was a real good story.
Yeah,
I gotta catch up. I haven't read that one yet.
Yeah.
That is like last year with the Joe ones. I felt like the Beachhead issue was the best one. And not,
oh, really, Mike?
I bought 400 copies of it, 413 copies of it.
Mike, what was your favorite college football championship game of the last 10 years? Probably Indiana. Probably.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Look, I didn't go there. Rob went there.
No, but what, you've been rooting for Alabama for a long time?
Look, man, any time somebody gets into the college football playoff and whips Alabama, I feel pretty good.
That's fair.
The fact that it was the local team or one of the most local teams made it a little better. Look, Mark, I sat here and I watched because Rob is an Indiana alum, right? So most weekends we were watching Indiana football. And it's entertaining to watch. You love Coach Siggs on the sideline. You love the way he runs a team and calls a game. It is fantastic college football. I truly am enjoying it. But I still don't quite understand what's happened the last 2 years. Like, it doesn't make any sense because my entire life, that has been a terrible football program in every sense of the word. Just terrible. And to see them turn into a national champion in 2 years is just
Are you calling for an NCAA investigation? Is what you're saying? You're saying that there's been some rules violations, and that's how they've gotten so good so fast.
No, I just don't. It's troubling. Like Rob has the hat, right? Like he bought one of the championship hats, and I look at it, and it just feels like I'm in some alternate dimension
where there's a totally different Batman and Spider-Man.
Right. It feels like Spider-Man is a little pig guy in a costume.
Whoa.
And anyways.
That's crazy talk.
But back to the topic, Firefly notes Copperhead is one of like 12 distinct Cobra, not Dreadnought characters. He deserves a lot more love than he got. Absolutely.
Yeah, totally agree.
Absolutely true.
And the rare driver who's just not a Cobra driver who's not generic. You know?
Right. Look, 84 shot for the moon with him and Wild Weasel and gave him good backstories and gave him cool looks and didn't do a damn thing with either one.
Yeah.
So Wild Weasel at least got that, issue 34 where it was him and Ace doing that, pilot show. One of the 10 best issues of the entire series.
Absolutely.
Wild Weasel at least got that. Copperhead got nothing. So I'm happy to see Copperhead get something.
He got pythonized though.
He did get pythonized, but what is that? That's nothing. That ain't nothing. Also in the Zartan issue, Python Vipers.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like I'm just sitting there going, oh, they put all weird stuff in here. It's pretty neat. And I'll let Mark read it before I give the.
There we go. Next week, I'll get caught up.
That joke. Next week I'll make that joke. There we go. But also happening from Skybound next week, Compendium Volume 3 finally hitting the shelves. It's been kicked forward a couple times, and then it magically showed up on the schedule again this week. So sure, okay, Volume 3 of the Compendium is out there. If you're not investing in the big books, this boy is out there for you at $64.99. He's got a couple odd issues written by Michael Fleischer, but Larry Hama doing the bulk of the writing.
Why not both?
Got art by Don Hudson, Jeff Isherwood, and Herb Trimpe. Collecting Real American Hero 79 through 115 and special editions 16 through 28. That's the end of special missions, was issue 28. That is also available tomorrow. You can see on the cover there that kind of odd assortment of Joes, Mutt, Wild Bill, Cover Girl, and Falcon laying down some cover fire, and Doc just looking panicked with a flare launcher.
Doc's like, I only have one shot.
Right.
And it's to call for help.
Don't want to waste it.
I die in this compendium, so here it goes.
Even better, though, in the bottom panel, look what a badass the Saw Viper is. He's like, look, I want a new helmet with a total blindfold, but a shielded glare-free visor for my forehead.
Right. And he is looking right at Doc. He is saying, buddy, you and me, we're gonna have a talk.
He's a badass, that Saw Viper.
Again, he looks very panicked.
Special appearance by the Battle Bunker, right?
Is it?
What was the thing that?
Right. Yes, yeah, it is. Special appearance by the Battle Bunker.
Which, carries most of Battle Force 2000.
No. Battle Bunker was carrying most of the other Joe corpses.
Oh.
Yeah, the Battle Force 2000 died in their own vehicles.
Yeah, and they just burned up in an oil field, right?
Yeah, the Battle Bunker carries a lot of corpses.
But those broken vehicles combined together to make the Future Coffin 2000.
They put those broken vehicles together like in the 28 Days Later Bone Collector thing. There's just this giant statue to the dead Battle Force 2000 team.
The future.
Yeah, it's the 2000 2K collector, BF 2K collector.
And at the exact same time, Dodger woke up in the pit and was like, "Oh shit, I missed the plane."
Yeah.
What happened?
But that one is tomorrow, tomorrow. You can watch all of your favorite Joes who had been discontinued die in the terrible events of issue 109. And then get lugged home on the missile rack of the Battle Bunker. because that's dignified. But you know what? They all came home, so hard to argue with results in that case.
The battle bunker, also known as the meat wagon. Yeah, it's a shame.
Hey, let's get Crazy Legs out of there. Don't launch it. No,
It's not. It's a grim name, but that's not a bad name for a G.I. Joe toy. The meat wagon.
that was
A red and white vehicle for like Lifeline and Doctor Drive.
my friend Matt in high school. That was his nickname. He was the
Meat wagon.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
yeah. He was about my height, and then if you took I'm a wide person. I got big shoulders. Like if you put another arm on each side, that was his shoulders.
Yeah, Meat Wagon's not a bad nickname until you meet the other dude whose name is just Meat.
Right. He was the meat wagon. When we got our jerseys made for intramural basketball, his name on the back was Meat Wagon, and he wore
awesome.
0.
I feel like my joke was like a mortar. It just went over everybody's head.
I think it did.
Because if his name's Meat Wagon, that means he's the one who carries the meat.
Mm.
And then you meet the dude next to him named Meat.
It's better when you explain it.
My dog's name is Chunks.
No, I like it when it gets explained. If someone could do that for Silent Missions Baroness for me,
Those are the best jokes. Best jokes are explained.
I mean,
Those are the best jokes.
It's not so much that it went over our heads. It just wasn't that funny.
How dare you?
It just wasn't that good.
How Meat Wagon. Meat.
rough.
It was shortened to the wagon over as time went on because it was the 90s and you don't have time for 3 syllables.
Mm.
Just 2.
Yeah, there's too much good vibrations happening.
Feel it.
City says, put on the monocle, Joe. It'll give the joke more weight.
Oh,
Yeah, wait, hold on.
wait, take off the glasses. Because if you put
Well,
both on, if you put both on,
yeah,
you'll fry your optic nerve.
sure, but what about his friend whose name is just Meat?
So much better.
We got to figure.
Get it? Just Meat.
We got to figure out how you could get one of those to Brian Cummings because he'd wear it.
Oh yeah,
I have 2. I'll
We-
bring it to whatever next show. If he's there, I'll just donate it to him.
Yeah, we'll
And
figure.
he'll look at me like a weirdo.
no, he'll love it.
Yeah, tell him you're with us, and that'll give him something back. Tell him what's on Joe mind. Sends it with his regards.
Got it.
And like he remembers us.
Well, you know who? Speaking of my mentor, I met
Andrew Gauga notes that it did make it funnier.
See,
Charlie, who was an
Hayes?
18 again. No, he played Mindbender on Renegades. He was an 18 again with
Oh shoot!
George Burns. But I met him, but he played Mindbender. So maybe that's a monocle connection we can get to happen. I asked him to be on the show. He did follow me on Instagram, but I haven't heard.
nice.
Rob is asking, Joe, did you know that Kench had a radio in the coffee pot?
I didn't get.
He's making a Colonel Clegg joke.
Oh, awesome.
Andrew Gaugan, he's got it. See, he knows.
Hogan.
That sounded a little bit like Andre. Hogan!
Hogan. I think of a Princess
Oh
Bride
my
quote.
god, that was beautiful, Weber.
He
There's a
loves
guy-
you.
I forget who it is. There's a comic who does a really good Andre. And he said when he would be driving home from a job, he would call up his buddy and leave answering machine messages of Andre the Giant's voice, detailing conspiracy theories to his buddy.
It's Dan Soder is the guy's name, Mark.
And I'm not even going to do the bit. It's so good. Just look
Oh.
it up.
Yeah, no, he does an impeccable Andre, and he does a spot perfect Macho Man.
Yeah. He's
To the point
really
where-
good.
He has been hired to do voices in animation of characters that sound like the Macho Man since the Macho Man is no longer with us.
Skypoint.
Nothing's bad. The Andre is the new Christopher Walken, right? Everybody can do Andre because you just got to go, oh God! So good. Everyone has an inner Andre.
Oh God, you're gonna put me in the ground with Andre. Also tomorrow, if you're just big on collecting reprints, Real American Hero Deluxe Hardcover Volume 1 is happening. This collects issues 301 through 310 from Skybound. Yeah, it's there for you for $49.99 if you want.
Cool cover.
Yeah, good looking on work on a cover there. I like little things like when they make characters different heights.
Yeah.
It too often you get these group shots and everybody's just 6'2", and whatever. Maybe they make the female characters a little shorter, but they're like 5'9" or 5'10", Joe Colton sized, and so I kind of like it when you have a little variation, and we get that just in these 4 heads.
Mm-hmm.
So. Todd Bratford saying Dan Soder's a big G.I. Joe fan. Well, get him on the show then, Todd. Come on.
Just so he can yell at us in Andre's voice.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Serpentor is not dead. Oh.
He would have made, Andre the Giant would have made a great Cobra. That would have been awesome.
He'd be really
just
big boa.
Yeah. It would have been weird because they back in the day they would have kept him in the same scale, but like that would have been
really.
He'd be an amazing bad guy. That would have been so great. Just this monster of a dude in a Cobra outfit.
Well, who was the dude from that first miniseries? I'm sure Andre was. They had.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
the headband guy. Yeah.
What's his name?
Wasn't Super 7 making a figure of him?
They did.
And then
they did. Super 7 made one of that guy, yeah.
But he was regular size, right? He wasn't big.
He was big.
He was big.
Yeah,
I love how there's just this entire race of big people in South America that G.I. Joe never returns to. They establish it in the first series and like, nah, we're good.
Ramar. I knew live chat had us. Thank you, Firefly.
That's not right.
Yeah.
You're reading it backwards.
No, I did read it backwards. Zemonaball. But he was the only big one. The rest of them were all normal size.
Okay.
Got it. I know the woman was.
How tall was Ramar, the figure?
He was huge. Like they made the Fatal Fluffy in the same wave, and he was as tall as the Fatal Fluffy.
All right.
He wasn't as big as the Fatal Fluffy, but damn close.
2 things I did not need.
Look, I understand. I did not buy the Fatal Fluffy, but it may be the best figure that Super 7 has done.
Mm-hmm.
It's really it's pretty awesome. Like I almost bought one just because it was that good, but then I realized I don't need a Fatal Fluffy. Dave McDonald saying that Andre was a terrible bad guy like Prince. That's why he wasn't a bad guy in that movie.
Right.
He was a henchman until his true colors came through, and he
that would have been, that's part of his Cobra outfit. Give him that cloak of doom that he wears in that movie. That would be a part of his Cobra look.
Yeah, the unfortunately named demonetized cloak.
There you go.
Right. So we won't mention its actual name, but because that's a bad word. That's a bad word here on the YouTubes. But
I don't remember what it was, but okay.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, that's all right.
Right. Things age. But yeah. So that's also tomorrow at your local comic shop from the good folks at Skybound.
Mm-hmm.
Your G.I. Joe collection. Then next week we're closing out Silent Issues month with Firefly 1 from Jorge Fornes and Dave Stewart. Dave Stewart, a popular collaborator, co-writer of many hits for the Eurythmics back in the 80s. 20-game winner with the Oakland A's.
Once killed a guy just by looking at him.
Right. And so popular. No, that's different Dave Stewart's in both cases. But this will be fun because we haven't done a lot with Firefly since the end of the Marvel run, really. So it'll be kind of fun I hope they kind of reset the button on him. Hit the reset button a little bit here.
I know there's no dialogue, but I hope the very first thing he does is walk in and go, I've never been a ninja. I've never associated with ninjas. I'm not a ninja. I don't know what you people are talking about. And now I'm with the show.
You just see him just yelling from behind the mask. Look, man, it's because I wear a balaclava.
I got it, because it's a silent mission. The splash page is like a sign for like sign up for ninja lessons down at the academy, and it's just him punching it.
Right. Or a hallway with like an arrow going ninja lessons, and he's going that way.
Yeah, Alex he just flips it off.
Alex Anto did tell us that Beachhead was going to be in issue 329 of Real American Hero, in which he is coined the Ranger Master.
Ooh.
So.
Well, I'll say this though, based on the fact that they made Firefly a ninja because the way he dresses, I look forward to Beachhead being a ninja because the way he dresses.
Beach ninja.
He's the Ranger Master.
Surf ninjas must die.
He's an Alaba ninja. Yeah.
The Ranger Master.
You know what?
I get it.
I just made a correlation. He's from.
Say that again with a monocle, Mike. Say it again with a monocle.
Beachhead's from Auburn, right?
Ranger Master.
Beachhead is from Auburn, right, Mike?
That he is.
So he hates Alabama too.
That's right.
The Crimson Tide. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I call him Deacon Blue.
Far more than I do. Figure Six Pack says almost every kid growing up in the 80s assumed all the masked ones are ninjas. Kids were stupid.
Kids were real stupid.
We just believe what we want to believe.
We were real stupid.
Dave McDonald late because we made both of these jokes already.
Mm-hmm.
Good effort, though. I appreciate that you're there trying.
Late but brilliant.
Dave, don't worry.
Yeah.
We got you.
Hey, Rob Irizarry.
He was busy trying to make sure he spelled Eurythmics right.
He would be the and he did not.
And he didn't.
What is broke?
Hey, I'm Beachhead. I'm a rough and tough ranger. And my crotch just broke.
Oh, I should get that into the media assets, right?
Yeah, that was a good bit.
That really was. That was as hard as I think I've ever laughed on this program, and I am pretty famous for almost dying on several occasions.
That was audio only, wasn't it? Before we were on video.
Well, I gave it. I made a video for it.
Yeah, it was great.
But yeah, it's it would spice things up a little bit, because right now all we got is Mr. Sacco.
No, I cracked.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Play the whole thing.
And the ash can snake eyes for San Diego Comic-Con. That's my 3 shining moments. I need a 4th to have a Mount Rushmore.
Right.
Yeah.
That's need 2 of these so I can get the whole ass.
Because this is the most half-assed figure I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God. Looking at the Skybound Bits calendar here, that's everything we already saw. Void Rivals is tomorrow, number 29. If you're picking them up still, Mark Webber is not.
I like how you put the one you shouldn't buy in a different color.
Well, it's always color coded, right?
Uh-huh.
G.I. Joe is green, Transformers is blue, Void Rivals is purple.
More like a Void Rivals. Oh.
And then
wow! Shots fired.
23rd. Then on the 29th, of course, Homophiles Edition 14 also happening on the 29th. And then May 6th, we get the Energon Universe Special for 2026. I decided not to give it a unique color because it's got a G.I. Joe story in it, damn it. But it looks like that's going to be where we launch Mask proper.
You know, it would be a good bit here, Mike, is if you put the Skybound logo up on top.
Right? That's a good idea, Mark. I think I'm going to try to do that.
Use your imagination. It's a blue sky. It just happens to be a cloudless day, and it's Skybound bits. I see it, Mike. I see it. But maybe that's just because I have a monocle. I see clearer.
It could be.
I think you turned the opacity way up. You got to work on that.
Joe Slepsky, you had a theory about the Energon universe.
I did, and
this hot take.
hot take. It's a hot take. It's not so much a take, but it's an idea that I had. I was reading 21, the Energon 21.
Hang on,
I threw it out.
Hang on for me just a second.
Okay. Oh.
Reckless hot take. Reckless hot take.
So, I'll probably be proven wrong, but I had this thought. So I'm reading 21, and obviously 21 is always an important number in G.I. Joe, and so they do a silent issue, and it's and it's a little inversion on the original 21. And it was a great issue. Really enjoyed it. And then at the end, you end up with the lady Cobra, in the mask, and and so obviously we've talked about this. The thing people are waiting for: Snake Eyes, and and I know we have Dawn over in the Real American Hero universe, but it dawned on me: what if in the Energon universe they're going to play around with Snake Eyes' sister? What if Snake Eyes' sister is the one who enlisted? Because that's a character we've never touched. She's his twin. Like whatever. Fire is in his belly, you know what I mean? Personality wise, I'm assuming is in hers. She dated George Strawhacker. George Strawhacker was an operator, right? So I doubt she was some, wife, girlfriend sitting at home like, oh, no. She just, the only thing we see of her is just that picture in the thing. That was my thought of the week. What if, at least for now, they're going to play with the sister being some kind of operative in there? Because if Cobra Commander, who's his brother was the car accident guy and all that stuff. Well, that in this universe, that ain't you don't have her. He's from Cobra Lot, right? That's totally different. So if there's any type of similarities, and there doesn't necessarily have to be, but that's not how Snake Eyes' story is going to go. So if he still has a twin sister, what if the girl now maybe she won't be Snake Eyes or whatever it is, but what if that's his twin sister? Boom. That was my thought of the week. That's my reckless hot take, and I'm going to stand by it until proven otherwise.
Reckless hot take.
The timing on that was slick. The funny thing is, as often as we hear people go, "Oh, I need Hector Ramirez. Where's my Honda Lou figure? What about Bongo the Balloon Bear?" Nobody's ever asking for George Strawhacker,
right? And a part of my thought was. Yeah, a part of my reasoning behind that was I was like, I was just in my head. I was like playing like, oh, what if they did like invert it and do a female Snake Eyes? And then I was like, wow, man, half the fandom would lose their mind if they did just a gender bend version of it. But if it's if it's a character though, if it's it's not Dawn, it's not like Snake Eyes just as a woman. It's straight up a character we already know and already exists. You can play around with that.
I think as long as it isn't replacing Snake Eyes proper.
Yeah, right. It doesn't exactly. Doesn't ruin it. Doesn't change any of that. But like that, it does allow them to hold off a little bit on who he is, and still give us some of that taste. I think there's some merit to it because that is a character that he's got a twin ass sister in a world where twins are, like the Crimson Twins. There's a thing, twins are a thing in our world, and we've never dealt with her. I don't even know her name.
I don't know if they ever gave her one.
Right.
We don't know his name, do we?
Bob
Light.
Jerry Franklin. Hey, everybody. I'm Jerry Franklin.
But
you can call me Snake Eyes.
I am sure that the events of issue 21 do get the ball rolling towards Snake Eyes.
Right, right.
Like with the death of the leadership of the Arashikage clan short of Storm Shadow, I am certain that Snake Eyes emerges from something to fill the void, if nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Diana would know. She says maybe Terry.
Was it? That actually sounds right. They probably would have mentioned it during the Strawhacker story.
She married Goldust.
Maybe.
I think.
Jeff Albertson.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're reading the Transformers comic, but Ultra Magnus decided to give up the Magnus title, and that went to RC.
Right.
And then Optimus, spoiler, little pause in case you haven't read it.
Yeah.
He gave up the Matrix to Elite of 1. So maybe Snake Eyes needs to pass the mantle on to.
Well, they're already doing that mantle passing. There's too many Snake Eyes going on in the Real American Hero universe.
What we really need
that's a lot to track.
We need a bunch of Batmen and a whole mess of Spider-Men, and then it'll all
and
make
3
sense.
Wolverines.
Yes.
Although you talk about Ultra Magnus, it just made me think we get a crossover between Ultra Magnus and Magnus von Magnuson, the world's strongest man.
That's not bad. with Magnum TA. Magnum TA's in there too.
I want Magnus von Magnuson arm wrestling with Ultra Magnus. That's what I want.
With Magnum TA as the ref. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Magnus von Magnuson is picking up Ultra Magnus in the strongman competition. That's what I want.
And we can just call it Ultra Magnus for Magnuson.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. His strongman buddy, Magnus Samuelson, could show up as well.
Yeah.
Anyways. Oh goodness. So that's Skybound for you. That's the bits right there. That's your upcoming comic schedule for the next couple of weeks. Somewhere in there, I Lord knows we talk a lot on this.
That's a lot of G.I. Joe. I love it, man. I mean, I love it. There's so much G.I. Joe stuff going on right now. It's how can you not be happy?
But next news,
there's something for everybody.
Oh, look at that!
We're getting them all out there.
I like it.
They're all coming out this time.
It's like I just punched Egghead in the face with dynamite.
We've got our G.I. Joe Funmies. We do, of course, recommend that everybody take a look at the links we have for these or rather not Kickstarters, but GoFundMe campaigns down below. Of course, Roger Taft is our good friend for many, many years. Show promoter, and AAR author. He is having some vision difficulties. He is requiring surgeries to take care of that. We've got Cousin Kenny and his legal bills from the toy department. He has fed many of your addictions at shows all across this great nation of ours. Our very own Diana Davis, her beloved Splash, kept eating the curtains last fall. And so they're still under a mountain of vet bills. The one we encourage you to really take a look at this week is for Jamie Sullivan. There's been some updates in regards to the condition of the foot. He's been doing some art sales. So please check out the link down below for Jamie. Check out his Facebook page, his professional Facebook page, and help out where you can. Because that's this foot deal is proven to be kind of tricky.
Yeah, it's real.
So again, I don't want to get too much into it. I don't want to bring this down quite so hard, but let's, if $1 or $2 or $5, whatever you can spare, whatever. Again, I know times are tough, and I know a lot of this show is getting you to, telling you what's coming up that you can buy,
or what not to buy,
or what not to buy.
I was trying to help,
but
save that money on Void Rivals. Give it to Jamie.
That's right.
In this case, whatever that $1, that $5, that $10, maybe take a look at Jamie Sullivan's ordeal and send it on that way.
And I don't know if you guys have seen the kind of like, I guess, custom covers he's been doing lately, like the ones that are set within stories of the old cartoon. They're awesome.
He's great.
They're great. He's elevating his game, man, and his foot. His foot's elevated and his game's elevated. For real, check it out. And he's selling prints of it and all that stuff. So you're gonna get something cool. You can help donate. You can buy stuff from him. But yeah, put it on your radar and check it out. But I love that stuff he's doing, like the Worms of Doom, and he did one in the swamps that was pretty great. Yeah.
So again, links for all four are down below in the description. Be sure to check them out when you can. Next news item. Speaking of which, we've another bi-weekly sale coming up at the swag shop.
It's about time.
If you're looking to gear up for convention season with more What's on Joe Mind gear, we should have a new logo pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. But tomorrow through the 26th, save up to 35% on tees. Enjoy deep discounts on everything site-wide, from sweatshirts to mugs, magnets, Mark, you got your tumbler there, right?
Right with me.
Got your
Check
cup.
it out.
There you
I'll
go.
tumble for you. I'll tumble for you.
Stickers, gym shorts. The link is below. So be sure to check that out. But check it out tomorrow when we got the big sale going.
That is not water.
Johnny Scotch.
Whew.
I'm not drinking this much. It's iced tea, everyone. So just everybody relax.
We're live right now. I don't believe you.
I like turtles.
Next news item.
Do Scotch.
And now Culture Club is well. There you go. Right from the lead.
Whatever. Yeah, just on basic principle.
We kept it under 6 seconds. Boy, George can suck it.
That's right. If you had Mark singing karaoke, Culture Club.
Do you know there was a period of time?
Card.
There was a period of time I genuinely thought that Karma Chameleon was somehow related to Zartan.
Oh, I never figured out what that song.
I couldn't keep two different concepts of the word chameleon being used in my brain. They had to connect somehow. So somehow I thought that the song Karma Chameleon related in some way, some capacity to Zartan.
You were kind of a dumb kid, Joe.
No, I was just a kid that wanted everything to make sense. I wanted everything to connect. I was pretty sharp. It was pretty sharp cookie. I just wanted everything to connect.
I don't think that's true. I mean, the part of it connecting, you feel how you want to feel. But the sharp part, I don't know. I've met your folks. They did not give me that impression that they thought.
Wow.
Nice shot.
Wow.
Good luck getting into that next Gentle concert.
And guess what? That's the last time you're going to meet my folks, Mike. Guess what? You just got disinvited to the barbecue.
We bonded.
You're not.
They were like, they said they pulled me aside, Joe. And
they said, leave him.
Thank you for driving our dumb son.
I think, Mike, you just made the list.
If you only knew what I'm going to do to you.
That's a throwback.
You'd be running out of here fast as 2 feet.
No. 6 seconds. Stop. 6 seconds. You know the rules.
Hold on a second. But his larger friend's name was Meat.
Well, on the line, Joe, then Michael believe you.
Yeah, there are too many dumb guys in monocles. It's true.
Yeah. I've had glasses for forever. It always automatically makes me smart. Right? Makes me smart. And then now I'm sexy. That's what I learned from movies.
Yep.
When the glasses are on, I'm smart. And when they're off, I'm sexy.
Next month, looks like it's just going to be Rob and I. We will be at the Holiday Inn Cincinnati North in Westchester, Ohio.
Speaking of sexy.
That is going to be us at the Ohio Toy and Comic Show, making our first and potentially only con appearance of the year. Although the plan is still to get at least out to assembly required in November. Maybe Joe Slepsky will join. Maybe we'll do Super Booth again.
We'll see. Life is always moving. I certainly loved it. So certainly not for lack of want, but we'll see. Yeah.
Dustin Jeffrey is asking, can I get an unfiltered gutter water tumbler? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I believe that logo is available on the mugs and tumblers. So, but we will be there at the Holiday Inn Cincinnati North. We'll have more details as we get closer to the show. But check it out. They are on Facebook. You can get all the details for the big show there. Parking is free, so you know it's one of the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Out at the Holiday Inn Cincinnati North, north of Cincinnati in Westchester, Ohio.
Get some Skyline chili and root for John Moxley.
It's about 8 minutes from the toy department. So even if you're not, you go to the show and then go to one of the great toy stores of the Midwest right there.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a White Castle there too.
Ooh.
Right there by the toy department.
If you're bougie,
that's the cheapest gas you're going to get if you're not at Shell.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
currently the cheapest gas in America right now.
Terry Hawkins, WOJM in Cincinnati. There you go.
That's
There
the
you go,
shirt.
Terry Hawk.
That's the shirt.
That's the shirt. You're there for the turkey. You're there for the turkey drop.
Holy cow, that's the one.
As God
That's-
is my witness, I thought that turkeys could fly.
I thought that joke could fly. We'll get the Mark Raptor guy on the.
Put me on the back so I can go like
Wait.
shoulder to shoulder. Yeah.
It's Falcon, the Lieutenant Falcon. As God is my witness, I thought Falcon could fly. And he's dead.
Oh,
He's just splat.
oh. I you know what? I'm putting this up again just so I remember to make this logo.
Mhm.
Just or let me rephrase that. Just so I remember to have somebody with talent make this logo, and we can put it on a shirt.
Put it in the file with that Skybound logo. Yeah.
So then, Mark, then that'll just be a shirt.
Right?
Maybe he'll have a pocket, but no.
Yeah, pocket maybe.
Anyhow, why didn't I think of that sooner? Oh man, Terry, we owe you one. I may have to give Terry a cut of our T-shirt.
It's a great idea.
Probably.
Definitely gets a free T-shirt. That's for sure.
I would think so. I mean, he's the Hawk. We should have given him a T-shirt long ago, anyway. But Diana Davis knows a guy. I know you know a guy. I already got a hold of that guy. We got Cullen working on the 15th anniversary logo. That's technically next week, by the way.
Really?
So yeah, technically next.
Oh, happy birthday!
About April 25th is the show's
15 years.
15 years. That's right.
Happy birthday!
That means we get to roll our eyes and complain silently about our parents.
Yeah, just 3 more years and you're eligible for the draft.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Oh, figure 6-pack going gung ho. Holy Toledo, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. It's the biggest hailstones I've ever seen. But yeah, so come on out and see us.
Mm-hmm.
Time be the first show after we turn 15. Maybe we'll get Godso to go out with us.
Oh,
We'll go on the OG hosts tour.
it's a goal.
I don't know. We'll figure something. We'll make it special somehow. Not gonna be me and Rob's boring ass.
You think Gary can take a week off from his fantasy F1 league?
Look, man. Again, we're not here to crap on anybody else's Cheerios.
No. I'm not saying it's lame. I'm saying he takes that seriously.
He does.
Yeah.
That is Memorial Day weekend. So it's not an F1 league. It's an IndyCar league.
Oh, is it? My bad.
That is a big weekend in IndyCar, of course. Memorial Day weekend is IndyCar, the Indy 500.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
good time to get out of town, Mike.
right. We're the one household leaving Indianapolis Memorial Day weekend. Traffic's going to be great.
It's a quiet, sedate affair.
Everybody else is coming in. We're bailing out.
You should rent out the apartment for the weekend.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. Les Nessman not able to pronounce Chi Rodriguez gets me every time from Torpedo Mike. Hopefully, Mr. Chai Rodriguez will shoot a little closer to par. Doug Dello wants to put us at the Brickyard.
That's not bad. You got to drink milk like Stone Cold, Ben?
That would be awesome. Well, it's Kurt Angle who liked the milk, right?
Yeah, but isn't Brickyard? Isn't that the thing there? You went to the Brickyard to drink milk?
It's the 500, and the Brickyard just co-opted it. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only time I think that ever changed is when Emerson Fittipaldi won it. He was lactose intolerant, so he drank orange juice.
Loser.
Look, man, if they're going to keep you on press tour for how long, you can't be filling your drawers.
I guess that's true. Unless you've got
Depends.
Deion
Come
Sanders
on.
depends. Deion Sanders brings you depends.
No, I don't even want it anymore. Take it down. Take it down.
You're gonna
Only works. Nope. Only works on time. Get that out of my face.
Reckless hot take.
That was perfect.
Now you're just pushing buttons.
That's right. That's right.
Just don't push the horn button, for God's sakes.
You don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Next news item.
Do.
And you know, sometimes some news happens and it's not Tuesday. I know, weird stuff. But you know, for those days, the surveillance board is there for you to bring you all the latest and greatest in G.I. Joe news. Also bring us some links to reviews and things that we don't necessarily do here at What's on Joe Mind. But the hub of a nice little community of its own. So be sure to check on Eric's good works and head over to the surveillance board, get all the latest and greatest. When you're not watching What's on Joe Mind anyway.
Don't call it the hub, because no one will find it.
They'll look on Pluto TV.
Right.
Next news item.
Do.
And of course, that brings us Chunky Tank Kitty and his Meowler Tank, brought to you by the G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast. Mark and the boys are back in the lab this week. Not Mark Weber, of course, our pal Mark Gerwig, who Joe Slepsky met in Iowa this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they're working on the Fang 2 for Classified, so be sure to check in on that project. They are having a lot of fun. That is Mike and Mark and Artwan and Shane, the new guy.
Right.
I might get up early enough to tune in this time. It's not that I'm not up early enough Sunday at noon, but am I plugged into the world by that point? No, I'm generally not. And then of course Mark is doing his own thing on Monday, talking about Mark II designs on Monday nights. So good times all about. If you're a fan of the Gerwig, as we love to have him here on the program, you know, he's doing a bit of his own. So be sure you're tuning in and finding him. And that's the news. For a minute there, it was just me. We'll be right back after a quick moment with our friends and loved ones from Kokomo Toys. Stay with us.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
Find an R5D4 vintage Star Wars figure in Kokomo Toys for $10 these days. I mean, more power to you. But I got to find out if Todd's got something else that doesn't have licensed music in it, because he loves to use the licensed music in his little ads. So I can't use them here. So we've just had the same one for like 5 years now. So I gotta get on him to or maybe give me one without music so I can give it its own soundtrack. That's
Should I send him a gentle track?
Now, you know, I know gentle. You guys are pretty rough on that sort of thing. I don't know if we can afford gentle.
A lot of language.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
I don't know.
Just use Lex Luger's WCW theme. It's fine.
We'll have our accounting people get a hold of you, Jeff.
okay, fair enough.
We'll
Talk
do
my
it.
people. Talk my people. It's kind of like Lennon. It's kind of like we split it like Lennon McCartney. It's like Slepsky, Morrissey, Tease, Hall West. You know.
But we do have a couple of
Kitty.
the man
He's emerged.
all 80 toes. But he's just in time for Posock. Colin is here to give headbutts and perhaps advice. But first letter. Hey, what's on Joe Mind team? a few years, I when the GI Joe classified figure numbering reached 100, I wrote in and asked your opinions regarding whether it reached 200. If I recall correctly, I was 80% confident, while everyone else thought it was more of a slam dunk. I believe that is correct. Now that the announced figures have crossed 200, what do you think of reaching 300? Challenges include reaching deeper into the lower tier figures and less popular sub-teams, plus rising prices. Hopefully the corporate move to Boston. Excuse me.
You get choked up.
Think about Boston every time I think about it's the birthplace of democracy. I just get a little clap. Oh, God.
All those people getting sloppy.
Ow. Paul Revere and his Raiders.
Look, it almost gave me.
I love that dirty water. I just love it.
It almost gave me the verp on a live stream, so you guys
Nice.
almost got really entertained there,
That's why we jumped in to help.
right? Hopefully the corporate move to Boston doesn't have unintended consequences. On the other hand, there is the potential for increased numbers of brand new characters, and of course Hasbro doesn't have to pay a licensing fee for the brand. I'll go with a 75% chance. This is from our longtime listener and longtime watcher, viewer, whatever you want to call him, and friend Bradley Glenn. Brad, I'm going to continue on the slam dunk train. I don't think we're going to have any problem getting to 300 from where they are now. There's still, again, sales have been strong. There's still at least 2 more years figures in the pipeline. When you stop and count it, they're probably a bit closer to 300 than you think. They just haven't numbered 300 yet, right? Because of course the retro card backs, they don't have numbers at all, and there's 2 packs that you've got 1 number for 2 figures for 2 characters, so you're kind of losing some there, and that'll continue a little bit, but yeah, I think 300 is pretty well in the bag.
When do you think we're going to get a Battle Force 2000?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. I wouldn't buy those. But I'm just gonna hurt Joe Slevsky tonight. That's just all it's gonna be. I'm gonna just punch him right in the feels, which I believe is right next to his kidneys. So I'm sticking with slam dunk. What do you think, Mark Weber?
I think you'll see the line simmer. You'll see it slow before it actually vanishes, because paying no royalty, it has to make money. So it won't just all of a sudden be gone. I think you'll see a lot more retool, right? If it's actually slowing down, and they'll ride that out for a while, because the fans aren't going anywhere. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like the bitter ex-Hasbro guy, but they really, other than the fine work, comic work that they're doing, right? They aren't doing anything to promote the brand. So they don't have to promote it. They got 500 some odd characters to choose from. Nobody's really coming up with new characters very often. We have seen a little bit of crack in that, which I really like. But, I mean, they don't even really update the website. Really, it almost drives itself. So I think it'll be around for quite, and it's a good thing. I think that means it'll be around for quite some time.
Joe Slevsky, what do you think?
I agree with that. I do think we'll hit 300. Yeah, I think I think we'll hit 300. I think there's just enough variety of items left. And also they're probably going to want to keep this alive until they get that, either the cartoon or some movie, off the ground. I think some of it's dependent on that. They're going to want to have a healthy line, or, a line in the stores at the time. And if you cancel this and then the next summer, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of, you're having to restart and all that stuff. So you've already got a line that's chugging along. I think if anything, they'll draw it out and just do slower releases until they can get to that, whatever the next multimedia event is, whether it's a TV show or movie or whatever, speculation there.
We do know that there is the movie is in development, so that's a possibility.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There is the Energon animation that is in development, so that's a possibility. We haven't seen a whole lot of Energon representation in the line, so that's your same old characters getting redone again.
Yeah. idea wise, there's a million ideas still to
Yeah.
do. I think they'll keep it alive until we get whatever that next and if that multimedia thing, like let's just say it's the Snake Eyes movie again, it just doesn't do well, then maybe they'll be like, all right, let's shutter it and relaunch in a couple of years. But no, I think for now, I think we're safe.
I don't
remember the 6-inch line when I originally pitched it with Bobby Valla was supposed to be a movie line.
Right.
Oh,
And
yeah?
they were all on board with that. And then when we transitioned it and said, and you could keep the peg space and have it go retro, now you're not paying a studio royalty on it, and it would become even more profitable. And that's when the VP in the room curled her lip and started shaking her head no. And we didn't get to the last 5 pages of our presentation because everyone in the room followed her lead. And that
She didn't want retro. She wanted just movie stuff.
because she had been a brand manager on Joe and failed at it.
Oh,
So she didn't believe in it as a brand. So she made sure to sour the entire room and not even let us finish our pitch.
Yeah.
awesome.
And for that,
Here.
now she's a VP at Tupperware. Something a little more her speed,
She got that burp.
right? She didn't
Speaking of
believe,
burps,
right? She didn't believe that GI Joe would sell at the 6-inch level on its own.
and she
And
worked
what's-
she worked at Hasbro.
Oh, she was way up. Yeah. Wouldn't even let us finish our pitch. It was great.
Clearly her instincts were spot on.
She's a titan of the industry.
That was the runaway hit of 2020
Yeah.
and hasn't let up much since.
I can come up with 200 examples why she was wrong, but whatever. Just
Right.
keep making that Tupperware.
So I guess the answer to this, Brad, is that you're going 75%, and we're still all kind of going slam dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good times.
I'm curious as to how many more Has Labs do you think we'll do? You know?
That is a good question. We'll see if there's something in the pipeline for this year for in what's in Yojo June, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But that seems to be another spot of premature panic in our fandom right now. So nobody said anything about a HasLab yet. Well, they're there's maybe a plan for that. There's maybe a whole month that they attach the brand's name to. I don't know. Just a thought.
Companies don't like announcing stuff till they're ready to announce it.
Right.
It just is what it is.
Right. Especially something in this business where the marketing and the toy shows and the San Diego Comic Cons and all that stuff are such a big part of it. You have to have news.
And you want news and you want to put your best foot forward and you want to control what foot is being put forward. And, you don't want people running off with speculation is going to happen, but like actual real news. It's like when they release a photo still from a movie and it's just a dude on the set,
right?
Not really done up like the costume's going to look in the movie. And everyone's like, oh, that Superman suit looks terrible. And then you see it on the screen. You're like, it totally works.
Right. Oh, there's the man. Colin, not looking pleased, but
he's going to claw me so fast.
Right. Hang in there. He'll hang in there. He gave you a couple seconds. That's all you can ask for. Oh, well, he's back for more. Okay.
FaceTime. I got to make nice with the cat.
There you go. But next letter. We got another letter this week. Actually, this one's a couple of weeks old.
So many pen pals.
You'll see why I had to wait. Mike, this is just for me, not for you.
I am leaving. I
recently came across this interview with Hasbro CEO Chris Cox. Although he doesn't mention Joe specifically. Go figure.
And what did I do? What did I do to not get mentioned? What's up, Chris Cox?
Oh. He does allude to the brand when talking about the generalities of how Hasbro uses AI. There is a link to the show, the interview in question below. There are some things I think anyone who has a vested emotional interest in Hasbro's activities might find interesting. I won't offer my commentary on any of it beyond there's not much here that makes me feel good about Hasbro, and at least Cox's vision. And that is from musical director Paul Sidaway, the man who brought us the Bend, Oregon horns.
Right.
Paul's awesome.
Paul is awesome. I'll put the Bend, the reggae beat. Or doesn't leave the show.
Can you recap a little recap of what Cox's take on is?
Basically, Chris Cox's take on using AI in development was that it's going to come up with 1,000 crazy ideas, but it might come up with one good one in that 1,000, and it's still going to be less expensive to use than paying people to come up with the same idea. It was just real cynical.
Yeah,
this isn't going to cost anything type of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you follow the link down below, it's a show called The Verge. He was on it a few years ago, and they laugh about it at the beginning of the show, because he was on the previous time he was on a few years ago. He was talking up how NFTs were going to be the next big thing. How that didn't happen. So, if nothing else, at least he's self-aware enough to understand when he totally misses the boat. But yeah, so it was really. I have to agree with Paul's take on that. It's at about the 20-minute mark when they talk about it specifically. So if you follow that link down below, and you get to, I think it's about 19 minutes in, is where specifically the AI part of the discussion comes in. It's not real encouraging, right? Like you guys have that shit flooding your feeds the same as I do, and it's unwatchable. It's undigestible. It's awful, and it's
a whole nother episode, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan.
You know,
and the willingness that people are jumping to it.
Well,
glee. I've been on a call where the glee in this fellow marketer. Well, I'm sorry. I say fellow marketer. Mike, I'm a marketer myself. So he's a fellow marketer. But I was on a call, the glee at which this dude said, I don't have to pay artists and I can get all X, Y, and Z done. Talking about his own business.
Right.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy and so short-sighted, and the death of society.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're in the YouTube business, all of us. And when we come on, you know, YouTube gives you just a cavalcade of pictures with videos attached to them as far as what you want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And over the last 12 months, those pictures have gone from being at least telling of what's going on in the video, all looking exactly the same. And none of them look good. And they all take it as being successful.
No.
Because they're the only ones out there. So they're the only videos that get clicked. So of course they're accumulating clicks.
Yeah.
Like there are creators that I really like. They're, you know, that have turned to this, and I've had to stop watching them because I can't support that kind of thing. Like I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the thumbnails that I put together for our weekly show are high art. They are not. A graphic designer, I am not.
Right.
But I at least try to make them entertaining. You know, try to fit them into our show's sense of humor, to our show's sensibility, and it's part of the product. And I would never turn that over to AI, regardless of how much time it takes or doesn't take. And I don't understand why people are willing to genericize their own. Like we work hard at. Why do you want to make it just like everybody else? You know, and that's essentially what he's talking about with all of this, all the properties. Again, Joe is not mentioned specifically. You said something to him at a cocktail party, I think, Joe Slepsky. But you know, My Little Pony is mentioned. I think Transformers is dropped in there. Peppa Pig gets in there, and you know, these are brands that make more for Hasbro than Joe does right now, and it's just getting bandied about as, oh well, we'll we'll pump in some prompts and they'll kick out mostly crap, but one of them will be good. And here's the news flash there, Chris. One of them won't be good. One of them is just going to be better than the other ones, and that's what you're going to go with. And that line is just going to keep getting lower and lower and lower and lower.
That might be the least shocking thing I've heard all year is that Chris Cox has narrow vision. Because
maybe he needs a monocle.
Just one.
I'm just saying. Maybe we get Meatwagon Meat and Cox in the same room with a monocle.
Oh,
keep in mind, I've never met the guy. I haven't even heard anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Keep in mind that the guy came from Wizards of the Coast, right? He's a games guy, and they put him in charge for a reason. So if it feels like Hasbro's starting to phase out the toy industry, it ain't an accident.
But real quick, we did get some super chats in there while I was playing around with buttons. From Josiah Alcorn, $10. Thank you.
Hey,
question. Excuse me. What IP would you choose for Super 7 reaction treatment? Retail case count is 24. So you character release math needs to be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 or 2 waves of 4.
I saw that question. I have your answer.
Okay.
Legion of Superheroes, without a doubt.
Oh, wow.
Legion of Superheroes. You can do, 36, 40 characters. Absolutely.
So my apologies to everyone there. I know I don't want to put you on the spot to give a long and lengthy answer because you have not listened to it, but I would recommend giving it a listen to you guys too, as well as anybody in the audience tonight or catching this later. This isn't good news. And this is the sort of thing that you should be letting them know how you feel about it. So anyway, that's it for the old posts. Keep those letters coming. We do try to answer as many of them as they have, especially when you got a great question like that. Of course, you can contact us at alt.live.com/helicopters.
Yep.
Wait, no, that is not correct. I apologize. That is the Mark Weber email. Our email is whatsonjoemind@gmail.com. My apologies to Paul. It took a couple of weeks because he sent that a couple of weeks ago when I was in the death throes.
Right.
So it took a little bit for me to actually listen to it, but I did want to make sure that I got in there and gave my 2 cents. If you're going to sit there and listen to that and be horrified, then I'm going to have to do that with you and give at least an educated 2 cents and just say that I agree with you. I don't have a whole lot of I don't have a big, long, detailed essay on why I feel the way I do. I just have a dull ache in my stomach about it, and it's I feel bad for the world that we're trying to leave behind. Anyways, but what's on Joe Mind @gmail.com. Send us all of the questions that I may give an equally sunny answer for.
Mm-hmm.
But real quick, he did have another one in there from Josiah Alcorn, $5. Also for Joe.
Ooh.
If you change the scale of 1 toll line, what would you do?
Ooh. Mask. I do 6-inch masks with vehicles that are appropriate.
Oh,
Big
Jesus.
ass vehicles.
Because they're not, they were a little smaller, right? Because they had a fit. Yeah. I do 6-inch mask. I think that's a natural fit. I think they'd look really good. I imagine they're gonna do. Did they announce they're doing a Matt Tracker? Or is that just like someone did a mock-up?
No, they're doing a Thunderhawk. Yeah.
Are they for the classified line?
No.
Oh, no.
Loyal Subjects has been doing mask toys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you included the mask dudes into the classified line, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't see them getting any vehicles in there though.
Yeah. It would be quite large, but
maybe you could do some of the small ones, right? Like everyone loved the Condor.
the motorcycle. Yeah.
I could see Condor. I could see Thunderhawk, because Thunderhawk, despite being a car that turns into a jet would not be it would not be a ton of pieces on that one. So that might actually work.
Was that a Camaro Z28 or something? What was that?
Something like that.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, my 10-year-old heart beats loudly for it, Joe, but it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Even my 10-year-old brain back in the day said that wouldn't work, but it did. Like Rack Time Rob, when Thunderhawk came on the screen, Rack Time Rob was stuck to it like a Garfield with suction cups. Like it was that was his thing. I dared not get in the way of Thunderhawk.
I was always watching Mask going, how come Penetrator isn't on the show more? Legit, he was my favorite guy.
Penetrator was
Penetrator was hanging out with Meat and Meat Wagon.
Right?
Penetrator was was a mask. And it was terrifying.
He was the Vision, right? He was Kitty Pryde. He could go through walls.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a cool looking mask. And I'm like, that guy's the coolest. You could only get him with the Boulder Hill playset. But he didn't get it. Every week they're like, what are the best agents for this mission? And I'm like, let's go Penetrator. Never Penetrator.
Occasionally you'd get some Buddy Hawks action.
Buddy Hawks.
Not much.
Yeah, that's a good look.
A lot more Hondo McLean.
That's a good look. Although be careful when you Google the word Penetrator.
Yes.
Make sure you include M period A period S period K period.
Also, Montreal Canadiens Hall of Famer Yvonne Cornway. Careful with that one.
But Phil Donnelly noticing that we're finally on.
We're still on.
Right. I'm just going through live chat, see if there's any other
Buddy Hawks. Buddy Hawks, any relation to Hawk from Over the Top? Lincoln Hawk.
I don't believe so, no.
Or Road Warrior Hawk, perhaps.
Or Road Warrior Hawk.
Yeah.
Hondo McLean showed up quite a bit, but a lot of times he was not in Firecracker. They kind of gave Firecracker to Buddy because Hondo had Hurricane, which was the 57 Chevy.
Yeah.
Which I loved it. I absolutely loved that one.
I had that toy, but I don't remember liking it very much.
Oh man, I still have that one.
There was a black mask, like it was a car, and the front end spun 180, and the tires folded in with like gun turrets.
Right.
Raven, maybe.
Correct.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It had the reverse Thunderhawk doors, right? They opened down. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, it was a boat. So
yeah, that makes sense because the water would never get in from those opening doors.
Nope.
Well, it's the same rules as Indiana Jones on the submarine.
I guess that's fair.
That was driven by Calhoun Burns.
That's right.
I've told you, man. In the last few years, I've done a full Mask rewatch, so I'm logged up on Mask.
Plus the bad guy, red motorcycle, the vampire. I remember that one.
Yep.
With the blonde dude.
Yeah, Floyd Malloy.
Floyd Malloy. There you go.
Our little brother had Floyd Malloy.
Wait,
what was Floyd Malloy the toy?
What was the
Floyd
name of the
Malloy.
guy who drove Piranha? He had a cool name.
It was Sly Rax.
Sly Rax. Better than Cliff Dagger.
Oh, Floyd Malloy had some great hair.
Right?
He had the standard, he was the Jack Nicholson guy in the Proud Shipwreck tradition.
Oh, okay.
Yorktown Joe tuned in very late. Glad to see Joe as a guest host. There you go, Joe Slavsky. Somebody's happy to see you.
I know, right?
Chris Cox isn't, but Yorktown Joe is.
What?
You guys had a blast. I'll go back and catch the replay. We appreciate that, Yorktown Joe. We are running a little long because Joe Slavsky.
Spring break.
So I have such 4 weeks ago, before the dark times, before I was infected, I had such a great week of what we got in. I've had no chance to give that to any of you, and I can't do it tonight because it would literally take to the 3-hour mark, and none of us need that. So we're gonna give a pass on what we got in again. Hopefully, maybe next week. Next week's the anniversary show, so we're not doing it next week. We'll get it in there somewhere. But shout outs, Joe Slepsky. What are we shouting out to?
I'm going to shout out Toilet Teal, who's keeping it locked down here at the homestead.
Record again.
Always
watching the first time. Who's Toilet Teal?
That's my wife, Rebecca. She's the Cobra cleaning lady. That is her official chosen Joe code name.
All right.
Yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to all you good Joe fans out there who are keeping the dream alive, keeping them comic books alive. Yeah, sure. There you go. Oh, shout out to Bruce Springsteen. I saw him in concert last week. It's amazing. There you go. Bruce, I know you're watching. I know you're watching, Bruce.
That guy's old.
He's literally my dad's age.
He's
and I'm like, I could never imagine watching my dad go play a concert. He's like, was he 76?
I think older. I think he's like 79 this year.
No. He's like 76, I think. 77, maybe 77.
Bruce Springsteen and the Main Street Posse.
Rob's in the live chat. Rob, get us a count on Bruce Springsteen. But
I saw him on his tour with Tom Morello, and it was amazing.
Tom Morello still has a fastball.
Oof.
No, it's actually a speedball, Mike.
Speaking of Toilet Teal, she is enamored with Tom Morello.
He is an entertaining radio host.
He's awesome. I love him. I think he's great.
Jeff Butler beating Rob to the punch.
76. Yep.
So thank you, Jeff Butler. Diana notes that he was always your dad's age.
That's true. But I never realized it. You know, it's so weird. Time is weird, man. Time is so relative and weird. People, you lock in to ages and stuff. And like I have this image, you have your image of your parents, but really what you're remembering when you're a kid, you're remembering your parents at 32.
Right. I don't remember me at 32.
Right. Yeah. And then you're like, man, what was I doing? I wasn't it's just, time's so weird. Time's so weird.
Jeff Butler also wants you to know that it's the bows.
The bows. Yeah.
Bows. That's awesome. We've come full circle.
They're not booing you. They're bowsing you.
Bows. But one of my favorite people in the world, Todd McFarlane's dad, Bob, when he would wander into a young person at a show, someone in their teens, he would say, "Hey, you know what? When I was about as old as you, I was about your age." And then he'd just walk. And the kids would be like, "What the?"
Look, man, you there's no follow-up to that line.
Bob's the best.
You take and you go.
Random Bob memory at a show once. We've been there all week. And on Thursday, we go up to the front of the corn dog and chicken fingers line. And a young girl working the register said, "How are you today?" And he said, "Good. How was your birthday?" And I'm like, this guy's nuts. Right? And her face went like ashen white. And she just went, "How did you know?" And he said, I just know things about people. "We'll have 2 chicken strip baskets, please." And then they delivered them. And he said, on the way out, he was like, "Tell Pookie we said hi." And she clasped her mouth. Pookie was her dog. And her birthday was the day before. And 3 days earlier, she was talking to someone in that same booth about her upcoming birthday. And Pookie going to the groomer. And he took that,
so funny,
put it in the bank, waited 3 days, and then blew her mind with it. It was a master class.
That's hilarious.
So good. He's
Canadians. They're the best.
He's the best. He played hockey in a checking league until his 80s. I want to be him when I grow up. So anyway. So that's what I'm shouting out.
So they only allow Czechoslovakians in?
Pretty much, right? And Bob.
Yeah. I don't want to play in a checking league now, and I'm 50.
Right?
I didn't want to play in a checking league when I was in my 20s.
That's who I'm shouting out, Bob McFarlane. Still my role model. Want to be him when I grow up.
All right. I will shout out to Racktime Rob, who is home and in the back and keeping an eye on the live chat, laying down the law, doing his secondary job. Despite the fact that I called him a boring ass earlier in the show. I do apologize for that. But believe me, that's not half as mean as I was to Joe Slepsky. I called Joe Slepsky a mentally challenged child. So, I suppose Racktime Rob got off easy.
Didn't you rip on Joe's parents? I seem to
He
remember
did.
that.
Oh, I didn't
He
rip
took
on Joe's parents.
He took a shot at Marilyn and Ski.
I said that Marilyn and Ski confided in me that Joe was not terribly bright as a child. They said, thank you for driving my dumb son across the state of Iowa.
Man.
Yeah. It's what they said.
See, he heard it.
I'm going home. I'll be home in Chicago. So if anyone wants to hang out, be in Chicago third week of June.
You should keep going. Get to Indiana for some Bears stuff.
All right.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure how long I'll be in town, so you never know.
All right. I will let me know when you're in. I'll try and get up there.
Cool.
Try and get up there for that. Anyways, I also want to give a shout out to Joe Slepsky.
Hey.
Yes, definitely.
First visit of 2026 somehow. And
So
here we are
excited.
almost done with April. But in fairness to us, we missed a few.
Yeah.
We did our customary break at the beginning of the year. And I've been sick. I've been coughing a lot. So my apologies.
We like to give Joe a couple weeks break, between appearances, so he can yell extreme as loudly as he needs to.
Yeah.
He can't be doing that every week.
Well, that's the thing. You guys, it's the first time on the show, but I actually started talking on this show 4 weeks ago. So,
Nice.
Nowhere Man-Child Jeff Butler lives in Evanston. He wants you to come see him.
Boom. I'll announce it when I'm there. We'll meet up. Absolutely. We'll meet up at a Graham Crackers Comics. Dope toy store on Western Avenue. Like Western and
Elm
somewhere.
Street. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember the cross streets, but I think it's off Western Avenue. It's a great toy store.
It's right off the 495,
It's right off the blue line, actually.
which is jammed.
Mhm.
See,
Job 11 Toy City. Shout out to Joe for delivering on the monocle bit with a callback. What's on Joe Mind? 372.
that's right.
They have been sitting on my computer right here next to my desk. I've been staring at them for 4 months, waiting to use them.
Toy de jour.
Toy de jour. Yeah, it's a dope store.
Is
You
a
gotta,
friend of the
you gotta,
Toy de
you
jour.
gotta use that monocle, man. Next time, like the Amazon guy stops by or the USPS guy, just grab whatever they left and chase them back to their car. What is this? This is not what I ordered.
Was ist los?
Make sure you run at them in half speed with tiny baby steps.
Yes.
Just holding the monocle in one hand, waving it angrily. Go method on it.
Well, remember, it's a 2-pack. I have 2 monocles here.
Save the other one for Cody Rhodes.
Buy monocle.
Once he watches our show, he'll want to add a monocle to his pocket watch. Jackass.
Man.
He'll use it on his good eye.
Unblemished. That was a nasty looking.
Loved it.
I figured you were thrilled.
Loved it.
He had he's got a thing going on over there.
Mhm.
That was gross. Anyways, shout out to you folks at home. We appreciate you watching, catching us live, spending 2.5, 3, 7, 8 hours. Who God only knows. But if you're catching us on replay, we appreciate you there too. You count for just as much. But however you tune in to see what's on Joe Mind, make sure you're doing all that cool YouTube stuff. Like, share, all of your social circles, be that on Facebook or Reddit or all your internet GI Joe communities. Make sure you leave a big boy comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All this stuff is free. All this stuff doesn't take any time at all. And those are the things that you can do to help us out just on a day-to-day basis. We do appreciate it. Mark's sending me stuff in the green room because he's a jerk. But I'm gonna
Look what I made without AI.
I'm trying to add it.
Hey!
Oh!
It looks so
Well,
good.
And we got to go back to that segment.
Right. Look, man, when I create the slideshow, it's there. Now suddenly it's not. It's been there for how many years?
That's fair.
But now it just doesn't want to show up anymore. But and of course, if you're one of our audio listeners, We'll get caught up on you someday. You might be hearing this somewhere in the spring of 2029. I don't know. But we appreciate you. However you tune in.
Absolutely. 100% appreciate every ear, every eye.
In and watch the Joe on Joe podcast or listen to the Joe on Joe podcast. Make sure you're doing that as well. We've got him linked up in our description down below. Joe's video content is just a replay of his audio podcast. But however you get your podcasts, you can find Joe on Joe as well. So be sure you're doing that as well for our lovely guest in the rotation, certainly in the inner circle here.
No. Right now he's the smart guest. But
No, I'm the dummy. Wait.
But when he takes the glasses off, now he's the lovely guest.
Now he's the sexy guest.
Yeah.
And now I'm the quizzical foreigner guest.
And if you just mash it in there, you'll be Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
put them both in and push them in real tight, and you'll be the CEO of a major corporation.
Oh my God. Or as Cooter's Garage says, he's Malone.
Malone don't shit you.
While I could still speak, I guess I should get us out of here. That's all we got here at What's on Joe Mind for this week. We will be back next week, another episode at 9:00 or so on Tuesday night.
Is it a big deal next week?
I think so. I think we'll officially be 15 at that point. Do I have anything put together for it? Absolutely not.
You do. I put together a Skybound logo for you.
Skybound logo for next week.
Is there any chance an elder Canadian will walk by and wish you happy birthday out of nowhere next week?
You never know.
Possible. I mean, if he's watching tonight, it's possible. Andrew Gaugan says that he hopes Rob is better soon. Rob is not sick. He had a school function tonight.
No, but I hope he's better.
Yeah, we just it's a general be better. Just growth, personal growth.
As Diana Davis notes from our first news item, go back to Kickstarter if you haven't already.
Yes,
do it.
It's barely going to make it.
More stretch goals. So anything, hey, whatever you can do to get more stretch goals, we're in for more stretch goals.
Yeah.
That's it.
If you wait until the last minute, this is your time.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to go back, check out Special Edition 93 if you have more questions from us and Real American Hero editor Alex Antone. And with that, I remind you of our friend Vagon, who likes to say, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. Be back with another episode of What's on Joe Mind next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern here on the Superstation. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great rest of the week. Yo, Joe.
Beer.